So I welcome you all to the Secrets of the Third Bhava. For people who are joining in new, one important aspect of the predictive astrology course is note taking. You have to take notes. That is abhyasa. There is nothing without abhyasa, right? So first, listen to me carefully here because we are going to get into the discussion of a very, very, very important bhava. It's a very important bhava, which is the third bhava. It's extremely, extremely important. Now, I will tell you to write. When I tell you all to write, you can write. But as of now, you just need to listen. See, when you go to a school, when you go to a college, right, or any place for that matter for learning, all that they could have done is, they would have given you the textbooks right on the day one and should have told you, you go and study. Any which ways you have the textbook. All that you need to do is learn reading the textbook. So why on earth do we have a teacher? The role of the teacher is to teach you what is there in the textbook. So as I'm telling you something, one is the writing bit. But the most important bit here is to make sure that you assimilate, imbibe the completeness of knowledge, because whatever I'm giving to you is utmost treasure. One, I'm giving you rules, I'm giving you real-time examples, so that actually the questions that I get from you should be more or less minimal. It is just like a coffee, a filter coffee. This is the decoction, this is the milk, this is the sugar. You just mix it and you have a wonderful filter coffee. That is the way the classes are. And believe me, I'm telling you all of this out of years and years of experience and having gained knowledge from so many varied sources. I'm just putting all of that, not just in the form of information, but I'm giving it to you purely in the form of what I do as a practicing astrologer, right? So all that I want you to do is just pay attention, right? See, the third bhava is an extremely, extremely important bhava. The first constituent or the first important aspect of this third bhava is what? Your younger sibling. So you're telling the third bhava is important and suddenly you're telling my younger sibling. So what is the connection between the third bhava and my younger sibling being important? See, there is a saying in Tamil. Just because it is a saying in Tamil, I'm sure there should be something which is equal. There should be something better. There should be something on the same lines in all languages. In Tamil, there is a saying where they say, Tambi udayan padaikanjan, which means, what do I need? I just need a brother, right? I just need a sahodara. If I have a brother, if I have a younger sibling, I can face the biggest of army. How wonderful is that? Right? And you would know that, that is the reason in the old times they didn't stick with one child. They wanted somebody, right? So that this person could lean on the other person, right? This is one part. It is not just about this. There are so many quotes, there are so many sayings, there are so many proverbs in myths, in Puranas, all of which actually stress on the importance of something to do with effort, right? One, we spoke about the younger sibling. But the most integral aspect of this third bhava is something to do with the effort that you put in. Again in Tamil, just because in Tamil, I'm telling you because I only know Tamil and English. I don't know any other language. But you can connect it. There would be something in saying, something as a proverb, as a saying, something in your language, because ultimately tomorrow all of you need to teach what I am sharing. Again, in Tamil, what they say is that Muyarchi Thiruvanaiyakum, which means every effort that you take, every time you keep trying, it will definitely be rewarded, which means no effort goes in vain, right? They say Muyarchi Udayar, Iyarchi Adayar. In fact, in the Parihara session, I've told all of you, if you're making an effort towards something, and if something is not fructifying in your life, all that you need to go is go to Adayar. If possible, you can go to the Adayar Ananda Padmanabhan temple at least and come back. Whatever you're trying, you will succeed. The reason being, Adayar is a place in Chennai. Here, the saying itself goes, Muyarchi Udayar, Yerchi Adayar, which means what? You go to Adayar, your effort will be fulfilled. So you need to use the words also when it comes to pariharas, which means whatever you keep trying again and again and again, all that it is going towards is a certain sense of preparedness. You have these armies, these big armies, big developed nations, they have huge armies, right? There would be no war, but they will keep practicing. They will go to this terrain, they would go to that terrain, they would keep practicing war games and war tactics. Why do you need to do that? Because when the moment comes, that practice would pay dividends, which means muyandral mudiyum. If you keep trying something, there is nothing impossible. Even if God has denied you something, let me be very, very clear here. Even if God has denied you something, if you keep putting your efforts, there is no way even God can stop you from that. But the attention to that effort is extremely important. This is how important this thing called as effort is. So you can apply this effort in all the areas of your life, my respected students, and then you would understand how important the third bhava is. Again, they say, Taan pidicha muyalukku moonu kaalu, which means somebody catches a rabbit. He says the rabbit has 3 legs, right? Whether somebody agrees or not, he will stick on to whatever he says. This is also. So you can go on and on with sayings, with quotes, with proverbs, so many things associated with this thing called as effort. So 1, the support that you get, 2, the effort that you have. And most importantly, if you're born in this world as a human being, and if you say that, you know what, I cannot put self-effort, you're going to be missing everything in life. Everything can actually fail you in life, but your self-effort, your initiation, your action is all that matters. That is what matters in terms of even winning over your destiny. It's as simple as that, right? Which means even if you have something called as a destiny, and if you want to actually go about and subdue it, overcome it, what do you need to do? You need to take the effort. It is the effort which springs from the third bhava, which actually goes about and gives you a solution to so many problems. There's the marriage matching masterclass. There also had stressed on the importance of Mithuna. Here also the third bhava. You would see me frequently actually going about and talking about the third bhava on and off. Which means anywhere you go down in life, whatever you have lost in life, it is the effort or the self-effort that you put that will raise you up, right? Now, which also means for each and every bhava in your horoscope, the third from that bhava is very, very important. Why? Because it is called as the vritti or vriddhi sthana. Vritti for people in the southern part of India. For people in the northern part of India, you write vriddhi. Right? Again, the third bhava is also called as the uppa for people in the northern part of India. For people in south, please write down as ubbha dhanasthana. Dhana is your second bhava. Your second bhava indicates your dhanam. The second from the second bhava. What is the second from the second bhava? It is the third bhava. So the second from the second bhava is the third bhava, which also means anything to do with wealth. There is a say, there is something to do with the third bhava will also actually go about and give you insights to your wealth, insights to your dhana praptam, right? So don't think it is just the second bhava which indicates dhana. It is just the second bhava which indicates dhana prapta. There will be a saying of this third bhava also. Why? Because it is considered as the uppa or ubbha dhanasthanam. So there is a bhava and one bhava is connected to another bhava. And this, what is called in astrology, my respected students, as Sterling astrology. You connect one bhava with another bhava. So Here you have something to do with Dhana. Again, the third from third, the third bhava, the third from third bhava becomes your fifth bhava. So whenever something to do with the fifth bhava is operating, again, the third bhava also has its say. The third bhava also has its inputs. The third bhava is also going and telling you something. The fourth bhava becomes what? The seventh bhava. See, somebody would be going through a dasha bhukti, right? He would be going through a dasha bhukti of the seventh bhava, and he would buy property, he would buy land. Okay, buying property also, you can come into a conclusion. Some people will already have property and they will be, or already have land, and they will be constructing a property on that land. You as an astrologer would be wondering, what is this? He is not going through a dasha of the fourth bhava. He is not going through a dasha associated with constructing property. How is it that in the seventh bhava's dasha, he is constructing property, he's buying a house, he's building a house? It is because the fourth becomes the seventh. So the fourth bhava will also have a say when it comes to what? When it comes to construction of property, when it comes to buying land, when it comes to going to a new house. And that is how astrology is, my respected students. Astrology is considered as hidden knowledge. Why? Because each and everything is hidden deep within itself. It is like the minutest of treasure. And if the treasure is right in front of you, you won't value it. It is no more called as a treasure. Only when something is hidden, you will have a yearning to go towards it deep inside, and you will get so many layers, so many links that will actually go about and give you a wonderful, beautiful answers. Now, I want you all, for people who are joining in new, please take a book, please take whatever you have, and write the heading. All of you write the heading, third bhava. Write the heading as third bhava, right? Number one. Or first, don't put number one, write as house equal to Mithuna. House equal to Mithuna. Which means all the karakatwas associated with the third bhava will be governed by Mithuna Rashi. So if you want to know anything about the third bhava in terms of the karakatwa that we are going to discuss right away, all that you need to understand is just look into the Mithuna Rashi in the horoscope. It will give you the clue, right? The month associated with the third bhava for people in the southern part of India, especially Tamil Nadu, students in the southern part of India, Tamil Nadu, you can write it as Ani Madam. For people in the northern part of India, you can write as Jeshta, the month of Jeshta. Or to be precise, when sun enters into Mithuna Rashi. So let us say for somebody, Mithuna Rashi is afflicted in his horoscope, right? When I say afflictions, all students should be aware what I mean by affliction. We are just talking about not functional malefics and benefics, natural benefic, natural malefic. So let us say the Mithuna Rashi in a person's horoscope is afflicted. It could be getting into a TITHI SHOONYA. It could have a Ashubha Graha like Saturn, like Ketu, right? Then you know what will happen to this person? At least once in his life, he will suffer an injury. And that injury will happen during the month of Ani or the month of Jeshta. And this injury will be what? A nail. A nail would go and wound him. It would wound him on his leg. Usually where does the nail wound you? You'll be walking somewhere and suddenly there would be a nail, and you would step over a nail and it would go about and wound you. Sir, what is the connection between nail and Mithuna Rashi? It is there in the name itself. What is the name of the month? The month associated is Ani. Ani in Tamil means nail. Now you don't tell me, sir, I'm sitting in Jammu Kashmir. In my state, it means something else. No. Jammu, Kashmir, Singapore, Malaysia, wherever I have predicted. Of course, I've not predicted for anybody in Jammu Kashmir as much as I remember. I use this rule. It works. Did you get hurt? Did you get wounded owing to a nail? Which also made me realize if you get into the etymology of each and every word, be it whatever language, the end of it will actually go about and signify the same thing. That is the beauty of togetherness or universality pertaining to all that we are as people, right? So you need to also think, what does this month mean in my language, Jyeshta? So what does it indicate if Mithuna is afflicted in the horoscope? Try your own rules. Go and search horoscopes which have Mithuna Rashi afflicted. You will get multitudes of answers and collect them into one, and you will be able to frame a rule, right? So the third bhava, when it is afflicted, I told you the simple thing which will happen in his life. This is all, thought. Whatever comes in you, you keep writing down, you keep taking notes, and you apply it. And everything has to be linked with the karakatwas associated, right? And as of today, I'm just going to go about and give you umpteen amount of ways to actually go about and understand the third bhava, right? So write down number one. Write down number one. Write down number one. Younger sibling. Younger sibling. In bracket, you can write younger sister, younger brother. All of them, they come under the third bhava, which means after you, somebody is born, whether it is a boy or a girl, that does not matter. After you, if somebody is born, who you call as your younger sibling, be it a boy or a girl, then automatically it has to be taken from the third bhava. So the most important thing here that you need to understand is you need to understand something about the bhavas completely. The bhava karakatwa should be at your fingertip. That is when you would be able to link one with the other, right? Again, the moment when you actually start with a bhava, the first thing that should come to your mind is the jiva associated with the bhava, the life associated with the bhava. So what is the life associated with the third bhava or Mithuna? It is your younger sibling, right? Next, after knowing the jiva associated with that bhava, you should immediately proceed to what? You should proceed to the body part associated with that bhava. So previously we studied the secrets of the first bhava, then we studied the secrets of the second bhava. So in the first bhava, what did we discuss? In the first bhava, we discussed first bhava signifies your head. The second bhava signifies your mukha, mugam for people in Tamil Nadu, face. So what does the third bhava signify? What is below your face? Can anybody tell me? Can anybody message? Don't unmute yourself. Don't unmute yourself. Suddenly all of you will pounce together. It is your neck. Very good. Very good. It is your neck. It is your bhujam, which is what? Your shoulder. It is your hand. To be specific, write down right hand. What do you use while going to the toilet? What do you use while going to the toilet? Which hand do you use? You use your left hand. So write down the left hand is your Ashtama Bhava. Your right hand is your third Bhava. Next, you can write below point number 3. Anywhere there is a turn, T-U-R-N, comma, corner, you can also write corner, is the third bhava. Wherever there is a turn, you can call it a U-turn. Wherever there is a corner, right? Wherever there are curves, this is the third bhava. So what happens to your neck? You can turn your neck this side, that side. Using your neck, you turn this side and that side. So this thing called as turn turning towards the corner. Turn and corner is associated with the third bhava. So when you go on the road, when you're traveling, when there is a turn in the road, that is the third bhava. So write down, if the third bhava in a person's horoscope is afflicted, then he should be careful where? He should be careful while he is traveling somewhere. He should be careful, or driving somewhere, riding somewhere, in the corner of the road. Jayantaya, I'll give you time to raise doubts, not now. Right. So he should be careful when there is a bend. He should be careful when there is a corner. Right. So this is something which is very, very important. Some person will come and he will tell you, sir, while I was doing this turn, while I was making a turn, I fell off from my motorbike. While I was just going and crossing this corner, I met with an accident. While I was returning, I met with an accident, right? Why? Because the act of turn itself is to return. So something to do with turn, something to do with corner is associated with the third bhava. Okay, what do you call the bhujam or bhujha? I think it is bhujha for people in the northern part of India. Bhujam in English, can somebody write down? What is the bhujam called in English? What is the bhujam called in English? Can anybody write down? Arms, hand, soul, arms, hand, shoulder, right? So write down number 4. Since the third bhava signifies shoulder, the shoulder, which is your bhujam, which includes your shoulder, your hands, including your fingers. So number 4, the fourth bhava also signifies soldier, SOLDIER, comma, police. How is it? How is the point? See, I'm giving you points, linking everything so that come what may, tomorrow you should not be able to forget it. Okay. Number 5. What did I just now tell you? The third bhava signifies your hand. So number 5, Congress, the Congress Party of India. The Congress Party of India is the something to do with the third bhava is associated with what? The third bhava. What is the symbol of the Congress Party of India? It is the hand symbol. Right? So that is what? The third bhava. So anybody, write down, anybody who has a Vrishchaka Rashi or a Vrishchaka Lagna near the house or in their house, especially in the mother's side, there would be somebody who is in the Congress Party. Who is in the Congress Party. Shakti ma'am, what do you want me to repeat? Who is Shakti ma'am? Please go ahead. What is it that you want me to repeat? Repeat what, ma'am? Third bhava signifies your shoulder. Ma'am, after shoulder only your hand will come, no, ma'am? Right? So it signifies your shoulder. So if it signifies the shoulder, it also signifies soldier. It also signifies police. It also signifies military. Right? All right. So write down. So this is number 5. Those who have the Vrishchaka Lagna, Vrishchaka Rashi. Please write down. I will give you the logic and reasoning behind every rule. Some of them I will purposely leave. You know why? Because when I unmute all of you, I want you to ask me that question, because for each and every point that I'm giving, I will give you a logic which you will never forget. But all that I want you to do is take notes. I will give you a reasoning logic behind every point that I'm giving you. Next, anybody, number 6, who's involved in involved in the slaughterhouse, butchering, right? The meat industry, meat shop is the third bhava. See, when you go to the slaughter shop, right? It could be a slaughter shop selling chickens. It could be a slaughter shop selling goats. What do they do? What do they do first? Anybody, what would they do? How will they?
They cut neck first.
Yes, first they will cut the neck. First they will cut the neck. So something to do with a profession involved with slaughtering animals, having a meat shop. All of that is also associated with the third bhava. Write down the rule. When the third bhava lord is balavina, which means it loses its strength, and it is in the 10th house, then this person will be in to meat business, which means he will have a slaughter shop, slaughterhouse, something associated with cutting animals, chicken, goat, whatever you call it. This is one. Second, when the third bhava lord is in the 10th, now it does not even have to be balavina. In any horoscope, you see the third bhava lord in the 10th, wherever this person is residing, there would be a slaughter shop. There would be a slaughter shop. Slaughter shop or a slaughter house. Suguna chicken, this chicken, that chicken, all of that will be near his house. Why? Because the third bhava indicates neck. Next, number 7. Number 7. Your writing. How do you write? You write using your hand. Your writing is the third bhava. Number 8. Your voice is your third bhava. Using your neck. What do you do using your neck? Where does the voice come from? It comes from your neck. Number 9. Music is the third bhava. Number 10. Songs is the third bhava. Songs, whatever you want, whether it is singular or plural. Number 11. Any activity of writing. Somebody can write stories. Somebody can write short stories, novels. Somebody can do accounting. Somebody can write songs. He can be a lyricist. All of this comes under the third. Number 12. Anything which is done using one's hand is the third bhava. Anything which is done using one's hand is the third bhava. Number 13. Your ears is the third bhava. Of course, later on, I will go and segregate one by one deeper. But as of now, write down your ears, third bhava. Number 14. Your nose is the third bhava. Number 15. See, now we have ears, right? Again, we have the nose and we also have your hands, including the fingers. So what do you put there? What do you put on the nose? What do you put on the ears? What do you put on the fingers? What do you put? Can anybody tell me?
Rings.
Rings.
Ornaments.
Or abharana. So abharana is also the third bhava. The reason I'm explaining to you like that is when you will understand, and that is when it would be registered deep inside you, right? So all the karakatwas should be deep inside your mind, and you should be able to pull it out when it is required, right? So here, It should not be that third bhava. Third bhava indicates my voice. Third bhava indicates my voice. Third bhava indicates my voice. No, you cannot learn on rote. You have to learn using logic. Okay, second bhava covers my face. So if the second bhava covers my face, what is the third bhava? It is my neck. The fourth bhava indicates my heart. So what is in between these two departments? The chest. In between these two departments, the neck is there, the shoulder is there, the hand is there, the finger is there. Okay, the ear is also left out, put in this department. This is the way you should be able to understand and imbibe knowledge, and you will never ever forget it, irrespective of whoever confuses you with what. Right? So let us say, write down, if the third bhava in a person's horoscope gains strength, if the third bhava in the person's horoscope gains strength, then this person will have a family of 5 people. There would be 5 people in this family, in this lineage. Father's side, his side, whichever side, this number 5 will be there. Why number 5 will be there? Can anybody tell me? Why 5? Can anybody tell me?
Sir, Mercury is number 5.
Ma'am, one hand, we told the
5
third
fingers,
bhava.
yeah.
5 fingers, that's all. Simple logic. Don't think so. 5 fingers, that's all. Over. So now, if the third bhava lord is in the fourth bhava, then how many people will be there in the mother's side? How many people will be there? 5 people will be there in the mother's side. Even if somebody tells no, don't agree with it. Rule is a rule is a rule. Tell them to do their research. Tell them to ask their mother. The mother will ask the grandmother. The grandmother will ask somebody in the family. And finally, the answer would be yes. There were 5 people in our family in this lineage. That is how it will be. Right. Write down number 16. We write. Right. We write using our hands. When we write, what happens to that writing? Does the writing get recorded in the piece of paper? Right? It is written for good in the piece of paper. So write down number 16. Records is the third bhava. So anything to do with documentation, document writing, registration, all of this comes under the third bhava. Your ID, your password, all of that comes under the third bhava. Those who have the third bhava afflicted in their horoscope, they will forget their mail ID. They will forget their password. They will give many mail ID because you'll forget which mail ID you had, which password you had for which mail ID. The third bhava indicates your OTP, one-time password. Number 17. The third bhava indicates effort. Effort. Write down self-effort. The self-effort that you put in is the third bhava. What is the most important, only essential quality that a human being needs to have? He should have self-effort. If that is not there, then it is really a problem in a person's life. See, there was a great emperor and he wanted to conquer the Indian subcontinent. Obviously, that was not India at that time. So he took an army and he tried to conquer this land, not 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 17 times. Who's this person? His name is called Ghazni Muhammad. Ghazni Muhammad. How many times? 17 times. See, Ghazni Muhammad is not my client, so I don't have his horoscope. But he made 17 attempts to conquer his land. So now all of you tell me, which graha will be strong in his horoscope? Which graha will be strong in his horoscope? Write down. Mercury. Why Mercury?
In 17 years.
17 years. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. That's a simple logic. So in Gajini Muhammad's horoscope, Mercury should have been definitely strong. That is why 17. Number 18. Courage. Number 19. Vigor. Now, put a subheading and write down, since we just discussed about vigor, all those who have putra dosha, or those who don't have a child, the third bhava or Mithuna Rashi will be 100% afflicted. 100%. Immediately don't go to Putrasthana, Guru, Sun, all of that is fine. Mithuna, is he afflicted? Okay. There is some problem with child. There is a Putra dosha. Anywhere in the horoscope, you see Shani or Ketu in Mithuna, it signifies what? Putra dosha. This is Virya, which is what? Somebody's vigor or the vitality. Especially this applies to men. Again, I will get into that later. Again, when we are talking about courage here, please do keep this in mind. Please do understand. Courage is not about going on the road and fighting with 10 people. Courage is not about, bashing up a person. That is not courage. When a person is earning lakhs and lakhs of money, the ability to go about and withstand that. You may ask me this question, what is there to withstand lakhs and lakhs of money? You ask people who suddenly get money. They won't be able to handle it. They'll blow it off somewhere. That also requires courage. And when all those lakhs and lakhs of money go on a loss, in order to withstand that, that also needs courage. That also needs courage. Which means when you have an enemy also, in order to withstand that enemy, in order to withstand that competition, again, you need courage. Again, I'm not giving this to you as a gyan. Everything is associated with karakatwa. Which means if you're telling somebody, get into this game, get into this sport, get into that sport. I remember a student had asked this question. Should I encourage him to go to cricket, this, that? First, anything to do with a sporting event, anything sporting, games. Again, what do you need? You need all of this. Let us say somebody, you're walking on the road or you're driving on the road and you see somebody who's gone through an accident, who's lying on the road, and there's blood all over the place. To see it, to digest it, to call the ambulance, to make sure that you lift that person up and put them in the ambulance also requires courage. Right? Some people will just faint seeing the blood. That means what? Third bhava is not strong. So that is what is courage. Courage means you need to see courage from all aspects. Number 20. Communication, telecommunication, distant communication. All of this is the third bhava. So if you call something a courier, third bhava. If you call something the postal department, third bhava. If you call it a laptop, third bhava. Cellular phone, third bhava. All of this comes under third bhava. Communication, telecommunication, distant communication, third bhava. Number 21. Transfer, movement. So if somebody is asking you, will I get a good transfer? Will I be transferred to this place? Will I be transferred to that place? Third bhava. Change of place is associated with the third bhava. Number 23. Commission, brokerage is associated with the third bhava. This used to be a practice, and I've seen that growing up. I don't know if it happens in your place. Whenever there is some brokerage, especially when it involves the sale of animal, to be specific, cows, you will have two brokers. They will come to your place. These two brokers will discuss a price and they will go to the owner. Or there would be a person who's selling and there would be a person who would be buying. They will take a towel and they will take the towel or a cloth over their hand. They will cover the hand, both the hands, they will join together and they will be discussing the pricing. They will be touching each other's fingers and negotiate the pricing. So the act of brokerage, the act of commission is the third bhava. Number 23. Your handkerchief is the third bhava. Number 24. Number 24. Interest related business, which is what? Giving money on interest. I will give you 20 rupees. After 1 month, you give me 20 rupees and 50 paise. That is third bhava. Number 25. Chit fund business. Right? EMI business. Why we are including this? Commission is there. Wherever there is commission, third bhava is there. Number 26. Card games, playing cards. Have you seen people who are experts in playing cards? You know, you have this rummy and all of that. Chuck. They will play with the cards, right? So card games is the third bhava. Number 27. Short in height. Short height is the third bhava. What is the connection between short height and the third bhava? See, you have signs which have a short ascension. Short ascension. One of them, you know, you have Aries, Taurus, Capricorn, Aquarius. In that, Gemini is also included. But mostly you can apply this rule for Gemini, right? Or people who have Mithuna. Third bhava indicates shortness. Of course, I will frame the rules using all of this, but first you write down. Number 28, games, sports, third bhava. See, games and sports in generic. Again, you have to subdivide all of them. We will get into that later on. Number 29, we spoke about police. We spoke about soldier. So what will the police and soldier have? He will have gun. He will have rifle. He will have pistol. Gun or especially pistol is the third bhava. Number 30. Cottage industry. Wherever there is something to do with, you know what? Making something using your hands. It is your third bhava. 31. Stitching. Sewing. All of this comes under the third bhava. Number 32. Number 32. Stamp. Seal is the third bhava. The seal that you have, the stamp that you have, the election vote that you give, that is the third bhava, right? So you going for voting, that is the third bhava. Right. Now, why did I speak about, let me first start with some of the doubts you may have, and I will also encourage you after I'm done to ask you doubts. What is the connection between Putra dosha and the third bhava? As I told you, the third bhava indicates viryam or strength. Again, your third bhava, when I say your third bhava, I'm referring to a male here. Your third bhava will be your wife's garbhasthana. Will be your wife's garbhasthana. Why? Because your third bhava, the 7th, 9th would be what? Your wife's garbhasthana. For a Stri's horoscope, right? The third bhava indicates what we call in Tamil as valagap, right in bracket, baby shower. Now this valagapu you remove and you actually can use whatever you use in your regional language, which means the baby shower that a Stri goes through, where they actually apply paste and put bangles to her hand. Now you should know the reason here. So something to do with bangle, something to do with putting bangle in my hand, and the Garbhasthana is connected here. Right? That is the association here. So in a Stri's horoscope, the baby shower, Valagappu, Tamil, Kama, the Uppa, for people in Tamil Nadu, Ubha, Mangalya Sthanam is the third bhava. Write down rule. In a Stri's horoscope, when the third bhava is getting into a bala, bala means what? He gains exaltation. He's aspected by Guru, or Guru himself is there. Ucha, all of this is something to do with what? Bala. Then the girl will get married fast. The girl will get married fast. Why? Where do you tie the Mangal Sutra? Do we tie the Mangal Sutra in the hip? Do we tie the Mangal Sutra? Where do we tie the Mangal Sutra? Where do we tie the Mangalyam? We tie it in the neck. So if the third bhava is getting into a bala, then it automatically means what? Something to do with Mangalyam or something to do with marriage for this girl will happen fast. Right? Any girl you see in your family who has got married very, very early, you will see that something to do with the third bhava. You know, when I say very early, 20 years, 21 years during our times also, you will see that, you know, something to do with what? The third bhava or Mithuna Rashi has gained into a bala. Third bhava or Mithuna Rashi is gained bala. Right? Next, in a male horoscope, if Mithuna Rashi is afflicted, which also means if the third bhava is afflicted, Mithuna, you see itself, we will get all the answer. Then, whoever is going to be his wife, this wife will have uterus-related problem. I've given you the reasoning behind the rule also, right? So you will find so many horoscopes like this, male side like this, women's side, especially women who get married early, third bhava, Mithuna, you will immediately get an answer. Maybe even if there is a Shani in the third bhava also, one aspect of Guru itself will actually go about and give something to do with the marriage quickly. Right? The reason is very, very simple. Where do we tie the Mangalyam? You tie the Mangalyam on the neck. Right? So automatically, even if you're a Christian, where are you going to put this finger? Where are you going to put this, ring? You're going to put the ring on the finger. So automatically, something to do with what? Marriage happens fast. So wherever you see a horoscope, Guru in Mercury, Guru is in Mithuna Rashi, Mercury getting into a bala, right? Guru aspecting Mithuna Rashi. Don't get into this Badhaka as of now. I'm just telling you from this concept or this conceptual standpoint of view, marriage standpoint of view, all of this will take place. Write down. Those women, girl, who are into the occupation of writing, women or girls who are into the occupation of writing, right? They will get married fast. They will get married fast, which means somewhere they are giving work to the hand. So the moment you are giving work to the hand, all you young ladies who are not married in my student group, let us say you keep taking notes. Very shortly you will get married. Very shortly you will send me invitation. All of us will join and come for your wedding. So how is the rule? How is it? Immediately now you can connect it to why our elders, why the people who lived before told the girl, get up in the morning, draw kolam. We have to prepare idli. So next day night itself, you go and grind the rice. In your place, chapati, make dough. If something to do with the hand was always there, do this work in the kitchen, do that work in the kitchen, somewhere you're involving your hand. The moment you involved your hand, then something to do with what? Marriage also happened quickly. So what about us, sir? What about the men? Those men who are into the work of writing, Ganita, right? All of that, they will have Ayul Vritti. They will have Ayul Vritti. What is the connection between Ayul and the third Bhava? Your Ayul is your Ashtama Bhava. The eighth Bhava becomes the Upa or Ubha Ayul Bhava. So automatically something to do with Ayul Vritti is also there. Ayul means longevity. Ayul means longevity. And they will get the Kadaksham. Kadaksham means grace of Lord Chitragupta. Who's Lord Chitragupta? He is Yamadharmaraja's assistant. He keeps the account book. Okay, so that is that. Right. So whatever I'm telling you, each and every word that I'm telling you, when I'm telling you write, all of you need to write, because every act, every word, even if I'm giving you a small story or so, I will never talk my personal story. You would have noticed so many people will ask, sir, in your horoscope, this, that. No, I will immediately cut you off there. Why? Because your time is precious. Every point that I give, even if I'm talking one story, it will be related only with the subject, completely with the subject. And I will make sure that you write it. That is the purpose of this. So today, in today's age, who gets married early? Those who are computer engineers. They will be sitting in front of the computer and they will be using their hands. Tuk, 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 they will be typing. So today, if you're a computer engineer, you will get married fast, because you're always in front of the computer typing something. You're always using your hand, right? So all this are the composites of the third bhava. Next, number 33. Drawing is the third bhava. Painting is third bhava. Number 34. Suicide is the third bhava. The third bhava indicates suicide. Why suicide, sir? As I told you just now, the third bhava indicates your ayul, right? The eighth bhava indicates your ayul. So the eighth bhava automatically becomes what? The ubha ayul sthana. But here you also need to come into this conclusion here. In Jyotisha, though I'm giving you so many highlights of the third bhava is also called as the hidden house. And the reason we call it a hidden house is also for this same reason here. Suddenly something bad is also happening here. Suicide. So if Lord Yama is coming to you, Yama Dharmaraja is coming to you and telling, boss, your time is up. Come, you have to go. That is your Ashtama Bhava. But if you are itself giving a missed call, message, SMS, WhatsApp to Yama Dharmaraja and telling, hello Yama Dharmaraja, I'm ready, come. That is the third bhava. That is why it is called as the suicide. Eighth, ayul. Your ayul decided. Third, you yourself calling and telling, sir, coming soon. To whom? Yama Dharmaraja. That is the third bhava. Number 35. Short travels. You will find these marketing executives. They'll be traveling inside the town itself. They are in Chennai, they will be traveling inside Chennai. Inside the place itself, inside the town, inside the city, inside the district, small travels is the third bhava. Again, the easier way to understand why Mithuna or the third bhava indicates short or short height is one, I've already told you about that from a astrological standpoint of view. But even otherwise, if you look at the neck of the person, for almost majority of them, it would be what? It would be even. Neither too big, it won't be very, very big. It would be medium or small. So you can remember it like that. This is just a way to actually go about and remember. Okay. So those who have, write down, Vrishchaka Lagna or Vrishchaka Rashi, right? In their mother's side, there would be one person who is short. write down this again. In the mother's side, those who have Vrishchaka Lagna, I'm not telling your mother has Vrishchaka Lagna or Rashi. If one has Vrishchaka Lagna, those who have Vrishchaka Lagna, Vrishchaka Rashi, in the mother's side, one of the co-born would be short. The height would be short. What is the logic here for Vrishchaka Rashi, Vrishchaka Lagna? The third Bhava Lord and the fourth Bhava Lord becomes same. It is ruled by Shani. Third, short. Fourth, mother. Third, sibling. So one of the mother's sibling will be short. This is the same rule I also applied for, somebody near the house or inside the house or in the mother's side will be in the Congress party. Why? Third hand. Third Congress party. 4 house. 4 mother. Ruled by Shani. Shani indicates what? Social service, public service. Small level service is different. But anything to do with, being attested by the entire population or a complete population or a huge population is politics, right? So automatically somebody will be in the Congress party, right? Same way for those who have, write down, Meena Lagna, comma, which means or Meena Rashi, then one of the co-borns with the mother will be short, right? Because Meenam, automatically we have what? We have something to do with what? The fourth Bhava, your Lagna. From that, the fourth Bhava is what? Mithuna, which is short, which means the mother herself will be short. Forget about the siblings. Vrishchaka Rashi, write down, Vrishchaka Lagna, in their house, keeping Tirukkural, THIRU, KURAL, will give goodness in the relationship, comma, unity between the husband and wife. This is not just for Vrishchaka Rashi, Vrishchaka Lagna. If you see a Vrishchaka Rashi, Vrishchaka Lagna, ultimately, especially if they happen to be in Tamil Nadu, definitely you can say there would be a Tirukkural book in your house. Why? Same rule, Vrishchaka. Third indicates voice. Tirukkural. Kural in Tamil means voice. The Tirukkural book also, which you get in Tamil, which will be a very, very small book. It would be hardly half a foot. Small book. And it will have, it will have sayings or it will have, poems in the Venba commentary. It's like, just 2 lines. Few letters. Few words, I'm sorry. Just few words, 2 lines. Short is Tirukkural. Again, so 3 you have. 3, so automatically you have Kural. Kural means voice. Now, irrespective of whichever Lagna you have, whichever Rashi you have, if there are frequent quarrels between the husband and wife, and they come to you, whichever region they belong to, you can tell them to buy a Tirukkural book. If they get in Tamil, buy it. There is Tamil to English translation, tell them to buy it and keep it in the house. There would be unity between the husband and wife. Why? Because one is Tirukkural, something to do with the book, but the author of the book is a saint named Tiruvalluvar. So there's a lot of things about, what Tiruvalluvar, but there's one important facet to Tiruvalluvar. It is his wife. He had a very noble wife, and there was a lot of closeness, unity, love between the husband and wife. It seems once Tiruvalluvar asked his wife, immediately he called his wife. The wife, wanting to attend to him immediately, she was drawing water from the well. So she just left it like that. See, if you leave the water, leave the bucket like that, what will happen? It will just go inside the well. Then you won't be able to take it out. She just left it without thinking to attend to her husband. When she came back, the bucket was just hanging with the water in the place it was, right? Midair. So that is the way Tiruvalluvar's wife was, and they had a very good relationship. So it is said that if you keep Tirukural in your house, there would be something to do with, you know what? Something to do with Anyonyam. Anyonyam means unity, closeness, attachment between the husband and wife. So the next time you're attending a marriage, go and gift the couple, instead of gifting them clock and this and that, go and gift them the Tirukural, right? Next, right? So this is the thing. So even if you see Meena Rashi, Meena Lagna, mother's side, you can say mother's side instead of saying mother, so that the rule does not backfire. The rule will be a rule. Always start with the mother's side. Why? Because Meena Rashi, Meena Lagna, the fourth from Meena becomes Mithuna, which automatically means short. Right? This is how you take. Again, gun. I told you, people who are in the police, people who are in military, what will they have? They will have gun. They will have pistol. A reason I told stitching, sewing, all of that. All of this is done with the hand, using your hand. And especially, you know, if you had to learn tailoring, what will they teach you in tailoring first? First, they will teach you to cut the neck. They will teach you to cut the shoulder. They will teach, literally, they will say, you have to cut the neck, you have to cut the shoulder, which means what a butcher, you know, if something to do with the third bhava, if the third bhava is strong, you become a good tailor. If the third bhava is weak, then what happens? You become a butcher. This is the only difference. There also, there is cutting the neck, cutting the shoulder. Here also, there is cutting the neck, cutting the shoulder, literally. You know, when they are going for these tailoring classes, they will teach them like that. First, you cut the neck, then you cut the shoulder. So they will cut the neck, cut the shoulder, and they will join together all the pieces and make the shirt for you. So that is the connection between stitching, tailoring, and the third bhava. See, you have the head, you have the body, and what is connecting your body to the head is, you know what? The neck. And automatically you have a shirt just to support that. So tailoring, stitching. I'm telling you all of this just in order for you to remember it properly. Number 36. The third bhava also signifies fitter, F-I-T-T-E-R. The fitter who comes to your house in order to go about and repair. Joining two things basically is something to do with the third bhava. Number 37. Advertisement business, the profession of advertisement is the third bhava. Right. Now I will go into the subject, which means we have the karakatwa. One by one, we have to link the karakatwa one after the other. That is what we are going to be doing today, and we are going to be doing tomorrow as well. I want you to pay your attention. Please make sure that you don't miss out on the writing, because whatever you're taking as a writing in the form of a record, I don't know if it is going to be useful to you, but whoever it is going to be useful for, whoever is going to have the prapta, you know, you will write something. You may think, oh, this is not for me. Suddenly your grandson, granddaughter, they will pick that up and they will be using it. So somewhere this treasure that I'm giving you will go to the next generation. And that is what my aspirations, right? Somewhere your granddaughter, grandson, years to come, he will be seeing these notes and he will be doing something. So you don't know what becomes useful to whom. That is the way God functions, right? So whether you use it or not, make sure that you write. Now, let's go to the karakatwas. Write down, very, very important. When, right? Write down. When, I'm just giving you 2 points. I will start with 2 points first, associated with the third bhava. Now, these are all highlight points, extreme highlight points. If you're an astrologer, see, if you're a beginner astrologer, you won't know the value of this. If you're an astrologer who has practiced for at least 10 to 12 years minimum, okay, 8 to 9 years minimum, you've gone learning under this master G, that master G, this institute, that institute, practicing astrology using this system, that system. Those people who are learning to attending this class and listening to me, they will only realize, oh, this is the jackpot which I have been waiting for, right? Because every rule that I'm giving you is a highlight to just get into the chase, to get into the point. Write down. When Shani is attaining Bala, when Shani Bhagavan is gaining strength in the horoscope, comma, which means or, if Kumbha Rashi is associated with the Shubha Graha. So if somebody is joining new today, sir, what is this association? Association means what? It is getting exalted. Or you know what? Something to do with the Guru Drishti is there. Subha Graha Drishti is there. Shukra Drishti is there. Or Sun's Drishti is there. In the path that we are taking, we also consider Sun as a Subha Graha. He indicates advancement. Getting into Ucha, all of this. Saturn exalted. So when Shani gains strength, or if Kumbha Rashi is associated with the Shubha Graha, comma, which means or, if Mercury gains strength, comma, which means or, if Mithuna Rashi is associated with a Shubha Graha, then you should declare that there is a younger sibling. Somebody will come. Does my daughter have a? Can I plan for another child? Is that there in my daughter's horoscope? Is it there in my son's horoscope? These are the only two places you need to look into. Look at Shani. If that is strong, tick mark. Look at Mithuna. Look at Mercury. If that is strong, tick mark. Or look at Kumbha. Both of them mean the same only. Look at Kumbha. If there is a Subhagraha Drishti, tick mark. Or look at Mithuna. If there is a Subhagraha Drishti or association with a Subhagraha, or if it has attained strength, then there is a tick mark. This is a common, simple rule in astrology. Why are we taking Mithuna? Because Mithuna, obviously, it indicates the third bhava, right? That is one part. But if Mithuna is the third bhava, which is the Bhagyasthana for Mithuna? Which is the Bhagyasthana for Mithuna? Can anybody write down? Can anybody tell me? Yeah, you can tell me also.
Aries.
Yes.
It's ninth of
Kumbha.
Ninth of Mithuna is Kumbha Rashi. So the Bhagya of what? The younger sibling is Kumbha Rashi. So you just look at these two signs, you will get an immediate answer and you will be able to go about and guide your client. Next. When the third bhava lord attains Bala, then all the karakatwas that we discussed till now will attain strength. So if somebody is coming, sir, I want to do commission business. So I want to be cinema director. So I want to be this. I want to be a painter. Of course, you can segregate it. Segregating is another part, but you should be able to go about and declare, sir, should I go into sports? Sir, should I go into commission business? All of that is linked with what? If the third bhava is getting into a bala, then immediately declare all the karakatwas that we discussed till now, right? All of that will be good in this person's life. Right? So, which means if the person's third bhava lord is attaining bala, or if the third bhava is aspected by a Subhagraha, then all the qualities, all the events that is in the form of getting a good transfer, music, voice, sports, all of that will be paripurna, or at least the involvement will be there. Simple rules you should use in order to go about and immediately go about and guide the person. Now, when, write down the next rule. When the 10th from, even if you don't understand, write this down. I will explain this to you with an example. The 10th from the third bhavadhipati, when it attains strength. Who attains strength? The 10th from the third bhavadhipati. Then it will give jivana associated with that. Right? It will give jivana associated with that. Jivana means what? Your livelihood associated with that. Now, what I'm going to do is, just in order to go about and explain this to you using a simple example horoscope, I'm just going to connect the iPad. Just give me a moment. Just connect it. All of you, you can draw the horoscope. You can draw an example horoscope. For people in the southern part of India, you can draw the horoscope. For people in the northern part of India, you can draw the North Indian horoscope. I will explain that to you in a while. Let me just connect. So now I'm going to cast the horoscope of a person who's in the tax department. So immediately when somebody is talking about tax or employed in the tax department, what should come to your mind? Mercury. What else should come to your mind? Immediately the third bhava. Now, that is not the point that I'm getting into now. That should be understood. But I'm just actually going about and explaining the rule that we just discussed now, and going about and explaining this to you using a horoscope. So let's start, right? Write down. Now, I'm not going to be putting the number here on. Hope all of you are able to understand. Meena Lagnam, right? Lagna is Meena, right? In the second bhava, you have a Mandi and Ketu. The second bhava, you have a Mandi, Ketu. Go to the Ashtama bhava. In the Ashtama bhava, you have Rahu Guru. Rahu Guru in the Ashtama bhava. Moon in the 9th bhava in Vrishchaka Rashi. Moon in the 9th bhava in Vrishchaka Rashi. In the 10th bhava, you have Mars and Saturn. In Dhanusha, you have Mars and Saturn. In the 11th bhava, you have Mercury and you have Venus. A Venus which is getting into a retrograde motion. So you have Mercury, Venus getting into a retrograde motion. In Kumbha Rashi, finally, you have a Sun. In Kumbha Rashi here, you have a Sun. Right? This is the horoscope. Again, I'm repeating the rule for you. Right? When the 10th from the third bhavadhipati attains strength, then he can go about and do a jivana. Jivana means what? Livelihood, right? The 10th bhava itself signifies livelihood. But we are not talking about the 10th bhava here. We are talking about when the 10th from the third bhavadhipati, right, attains strength, then he will do a jivana associated with that graha. Right? This is the rule here. First, let's start with the department that he is in. He is in the tax department. Am I correct? So we have Mercury. So which is the 10th from Mercury? Can anybody tell me? Which is the 10th from Mercury? The 10th from Mercury. Now, when I say the 10th from Mercury, remove this Lagna.
Tula Rashi.
What is there in Tula Rashi? Do we have a Subhagraha? Do we have Guru?
Yes.
Right. Automatically, we have a Guru there. Okay. Now, the 10th from Mercury, who's Tula Rashi, the Rashi Lord Shukra is along with Mercury. So that department is satisfied. Something to do with being in the tax department. This is one part. Now, let us get into the rule. Okay. Who's the third Bhavadipati here? It is Shukra. Right? Where is Shukra placed? Okay, I will just highlight this also for you. Who's the third Bhavadipati here? It is Shukra. Where is Shukra placed? Shukra is placed in the Makara Rashi. Now, which is the 10th from Shukra? When I say 10th from Shukra, what did I tell all of you? Try to look at things from an anti-clockwise motion for people in, or a reverse motion for people in the northern part of India. So instead of going like this, you can go like this. When a Graha is getting into a Vakra Sthiti, again, I'm repeating, you go reverse motion, you go straight motion. Somewhere you should get the answer. That is the whole purpose of doing all of this. So now, if I had to travel reverse from the third Bhavadipati, considering what we are talking about Meena Lagna, the third Bhavadipati is Shukra. From where the third Bhavadipati is positioned, which is the 10th Bhava? Which is the 10th Bhava? Which is the
Second.
Can you tell me the Rashi?
Mesh Rashi, Aries.
So it is Mesha Rashi. Am I correct? All of you? It is Mesha Rashi. Now, is this Mesha Rashi aspected by a Subhagraha? Yes or no? Is Mesha Rashi, see, forget about Mandi
Yes.
being there, forget about
Jupiter.
Ketu being there.
Yes, sir.
On Shubhagraha's Drishti. Is it there? It is there.
Yes,
So
yes.
this is more than enough for him to actually go and get into what? The income tax department. Now, let us say somebody is into the teaching profession. Let us say somebody is into the teaching profession. What will you look into? Tax department, we spoke about Mercury. Teaching profession, what will you look into? Moon,
Jupiter.
Moon, Chandra.
Moon.
Guru is in Tamil what we call as Perasiriyar. Perasiriyar means what? Professor. Teacher, basic teacher. Teaching I want to do. Start with Moon. The second
Moon.
starts with education.
Moon.
So you check the 10th from Moon. If the 10th from Moon gains strength, immediately say, yes, you can go about and teach. Don't look at it from Lagna. 10th from Moon. From Lagna, it can be hidden somewhere. That is different. 10th from Moon, that becomes the Lagna. Or from, right, the second Bhavadipati. See, third Bhava, we spoke about what? Somebody who's getting into the tax department. Commission also, you can include all that we discuss about third Bhava. Somebody wants to get into the teaching department. Now what we need to do? Wherever the second Bhavadipati is positioned, from that, where is the 10th Bhava? Check. Is the 10th Bhava Lord strong, gaining strength? Yes, tick mark. Right? So, this is the way you actually go about and check on the Jivana, which will be there for the person. Right? Second Bhava Lord, wherever he is, from that, the 10th Bhava, that will give him Jivanam. If it is strong, it will be good. Right? So, when somebody... Go ahead, ma'am.
Sir, with Jupiter?
Jupiter also you can tell, ma'am, definitely. You can use Jupiter for this, you can use Jupiter for banking. You have all the karakatwas of Guru, no, ma'am. Please understand, respected students. Graha.
Sir, I was talking about Rahu. Rahu, what about his position?
That is okay, ma'am. That is okay. I have seen one Subhagraha. That is enough. Do you get that,
Okay.
ma'am?
Okay.
Right. So this is the rule. Now, let us say, if the 10th from Mars is gaining strength, can we say that he will gain owing to land? He will gain owing to land. The student who had asked me this question about, what happened to the property? Why wasn't I able to sustain from the property? Whatever. But here, from a different context, if the 10th from Mars is getting into a bala, then can we say that, he will be able to go about and make a jivana owing to land, owing to property, owing to vahana? Vahana means vehicle. Can we say a yes or can we say a no? We can say a yes. Why? Because Mars is the Karaka for Bhumi. Mars is the Karaka for property. Mars is the Karaka for vehicles. The 10th from Mars is the Jivana associated with that Graha. If that is getting into a Bala, good. If there is a Guru there, good. So whichever Graha, from that Graha, you take the 10th. Whichever is gaining strength, that is your Jivana, or you should go about and pursue the Jivana associated with that. Now, when I say Jivana, do I actually mean Jivana means business? Jivana means what? It is anything, sir. Whatever you call. If you want to do business, do business. Or if you, or not do business, I'm applying to both business. I'm also applying it to both job, right? Of course, who can do business, who can do job, all that we will get into when we get into the 6th Bhava class, 10th Bhava class. But as of now, 6th Bhava itself, we will have a clarity. But as of now, Jivana associated. See, technically, what are you trying to say? What do you mean by Jivana? When you see a man who's hungry in the hungry, working tirelessly in the scorching heat, and somebody goes and tells him, dear son, my dear son, why are you working so hard in this heat, in this scorching heat? What would he say? Sami, sir, I have a stomach. I need to feed my stomach. So whether you do this crore business, whether you do this lakh business, or whether you do 1,000 rupee work, finally, what are you trying to do? You're trying to feed your stomach. So anything to do with job, anything to do with business, anything to do with Jivana will come under this department. Right? So if the second bhava is actually getting into a bala, then it means what? Vak. Owing to Vak, you will be able to do Jivana. Does it mean only those who have second bhava can become astrologers? No, I've already told you, anybody and everybody can become an astrologer. That is, what my observation. If you have a different observation, please let me know. But the way a person goes about and predicts, the way a person goes about and operates may differ from one person to another person. Let us say if somebody has a sun, right? The 10th from sun is getting into a bala in a person's horoscope and he becomes an astrologer. What will he do? He will just get straight to the matter. He won't go into the story and all of that. No, he will get straight to the point. He will get straight to the matter. 1 or 2 stories he will add. That's all. Let us say the 10th from Rahu, obviously you will have to go reverse, is getting into a bala and he is an astrologer. Now what will he do? He will say, go to this temple, go to that temple, do this puja, do this, do that. Wear this tithe, this amulet, right? All these things he will do, right? Wear this gemstone, wear that gemstone, all that he will do. So the style, the way a person operates only will vary. Otherwise, anybody and everybody should become an astrologer. Why? Because I'm teaching Phala Jyotisha, not even getting into the Ganita aspect of it. All that you need to keep in mind is make sure that you get hold of the logic. That is extremely important. The moment I actually tell you something, the moment you get the logic itself, immediately it would strike you, right? Then make sure that you write everything down. The more you write, the more you will be able to do research. Now, if any of you have a doubt, any doubts, you can let me know. After doubts, we'll have a short dinner break and then we will continue the session. Any doubts? Do I have to unmute all of you? I think all of you are unmuted anyways. Go ahead.
Sir, which planet we associate with, you said seventh bhava for astrology and the planet Ketu.
Yeah, I didn't tell any bhava for astrology. Ayya. Ayya, what is your name,
No.
Ayya? Are you just joining in?
No, sir. This is the Anupam.
Mhm. Ayya, there are only 2 rules to become an astrologer. Did I tell you that? Anupam, Ayya?
No, no,
You write
sir.
it
No,
down. Ayya. There are only 2 rules. Please write it down, Ayya. It's very important. 2 rules are there. Are you ready, Ayya?
Yeah.
Okay, write
Yes,
down.
sir.
Rule number 1, Ayya. Your lagna should be within Mesha to Meena. So Mesha, Rishabha, Mithuna, Kadaka, right? Simha, Kanya, Tulam, Vrishchaka, Dhanusha, Makara, Kumbha, Meena. It should be one of this lagna. Otherwise, you cannot
Okay.
become an astrologer. This is rule number 1. Okay.
Mm.
Rule number 2, Ayya. Wherever Rahu is placed in your horoscope, check if Ketu is in the opposite house. Then only you can become an astrologer. These are the 2 rules.
Okay.
If you don't have serious, apart from these 2 rashis, if you have a lagna, you cannot become astrologer. Serious,
Okay,
Ayya.
sir.
And opposite to Rahu, if you don't have Ketu, you cannot become astrologer. These are the 2 rules. Very important rules. What I'm telling is anybody and everybody can. The style will change. The style will change. I still remember Neerja madam had called me for something beginning stage. I had told her who will become. See, a tea master becomes an astrologer. How will he predict? How do you think he will predict? He can also become a good astrologer. What will he say? Sir, you're going through a Rahu Dasha. You're going through a Ketu Dasha. This Rahu Dasha, this Ketu Dasha is going to be medium Dasha for you. Why? Medium tea. Sir, after the Shukra Dasha will start. This will be a strong Dasha. Strong Bhukti for you. When he's predicting also, no? You know, tea, in Tamil Nadu at least, I don't know about the other places in India. They will have 2 cups. They will take one hand up, they will pour the milk. Another hand up, they will pour the milk down. So while he's predicting also, he'll be moving his hand up and down. Right? He will say this degree, that degree. So do you get it, Ayya? It is the quality. Let us say
Okay,
the
sir.
10th from
I got it.
sun. The 10th from sun. He will get to the chase. But this will happen. Go.
Okay.
10th from Rahu. He will say, do this homa, do this puja, wear this ring, wear that ring. Right? Sami Adadal means what? God frenzy. Suddenly he will say, Durga has come inside me. Amman has come inside me. Sit down. Suddenly he will look on top as though somebody is there on top. He'll be thinking, what is happening to him? Wait, I'm talking to Durga. Okay. Yeah, Durga is told to do this. Like this. So the way a person operates changes. That's all. Do you get it, Ayya?
Yeah.
Ayya, is
sir.
it clear?
And yeah, I just wanted to make sure because someone told me that if the 5th bhava is afflicted, then one cannot become a good astrologer, or means
Yeah.
if he provides some remedy, then it will not work or something like that. So that is why I asked you this question.
See, I have seen astrologers who are great astrologers, wonderful astrologers. Okay. You cannot even tell what type of astrologers they are. Right? And if you open their horoscope, no, you will vomit. You will vomit. You will say, how is he even living? Forget about being an astrologer. They are all crorpatis. Crorpatis means, not crore. Yeah, definitely they are crorepati only, but they don't declare their wealth. That is the only difference. You will find so many amusing things in life like that. You will find astrologers in every Rashi, every Lagna, I've seen horoscopes of great astrologers who have so many important grahas, 3-4 grahas and all getting into a debilitated position. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. Only one thing is required. Your source should be correct. You should learn from the right source. You should put your effort in the right department. That's all. That's all. That is all is required. Nothing more is required. You just apply, You've been a part of the planetary combinations class. Apply the rules and see.
Yeah.
They will call you Guruji.
Okay, sir.
They will call you Samiji.
Okay.
What happened suddenly? In 1 month, how did you become Swamiji? What happened? That is the way astrology is. Once you get the point, people won't leave you here. That's as simple as that.
Okay. So one more question I have.
Yeah, related to the topic.
Yeah, related to the topic. Because you just discussed this about Mercury and Venus and all. So which planet we associate with the maths or physics or software programming? It's computer programming.
There are multiple grahas which can come as a combination here. Math is Ganita is Mercury.
Okay.
Software coding is also Mercury. It also involves Ketu to a certain extent. But again, when we are talking about development, anything to do with development is always Sun. So now what we call as software as an industry is Shukra. Do you get it? Why? Because it is new age industry. It is modern. You know, you find all these people who are working in see, we are all sitting in small villages. People who work in software companies, big places, right? Big buildings they will be sitting. So it is modern, aesthetic places, aesthetic environment, right? So Shukra. But in this, there are various departments now. Yeah, there are so many departments. Do you get it?
Okay.
So in this, there would be somebody who is a developer, Sun.
Okay.
Somebody would be only into coding. Somebody would be into quality, Ketu. Like that it will come. But software as such is Shukra.
Software is Shukra, the final product.
Yeah, the industry. The industry is
fine.
Shukra. Right.
And physics?
Physics is Mercury, Buddha.
Okay, fine. Thank you, sir. That's all.
Right.
Sir,
Yes,
I have a
ma'am.
doubt. Can I ask?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, you spoke of the third house from Vrichika. This Saturn is Makara, and so the person will be short, is what I understood. Am I correct?
Ma'am, the third from Vrishaka and the fourth from Vrishaka are ruled by the same Graha, Shani. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Third indicates short. In the mother side, somebody will be short. Third
Sir,
indicates
but
Congress party.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
sir.
Somebody
Sir,
in the.
but
Go ahead.
sorry, I'm singing you. But Saturn is generally associated with emancipated figure, and so why
Third,
would
ma'am,
it
we are studying the Bhava. Always link the
Okay.
Bhava. Always
Okay.
link the Bhava. Right?
Okay.
Third and fourth are same, no, ma'am. Third means
Okay.
short. You
Okay,
get it,
third
ma'am?
means short. Okay.
See, whichever,
Yeah.
as you're traveling, you will get to know, whichever Lagna it is, we have to base our predictions based on the Kala Purusha.
Okay.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
That we will get to know. When I get into the second day class, I will be telling third Bhava Lord and the second Mithuna, Sun in Mithuna. So I will be using only the concept of Kala Purusha. And you just apply the rule. I'm not telling you anything else. Just apply the
Thank
rule
you, sir.
and you will be amazed.
Now I'm clear, sir. Thank you.
Sir, I have a question.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
Sir,
One by
sir-
one. Go ahead. Ayya.
So, can I ask now, sir?
Yes, Ayya. Go ahead, Ayya. Please, Ayya.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have two questions, sir. Let's say this, if 10th bhava from any planet, there is no planet in there, but that
Bhavadipati.
Okay.
You
So
take the Bhava.
use the bhavadipati where he is
No.
sitting.
Ayya, Bhavadipati is more important than the Bhava. Remember when I was telling you also, the third Bhavadipati, from where the third Bhavadipati. See in this example horoscope, Ayya. See in this example horoscope, I didn't tell you look at the third Bhava. I told you look at where the third Bhavadipati is. Am I correct, Ayya?
Yes.
So I'm stressing on the Bhavadipati. See, Bhava will give an answer, a Graha will give an answer, the Bhavadipati will give point blank answer.
So bhavadipati from that side to 10th, if there is no planet, then
Okay, there will be something, no? Yeah. Give me an example.
Sir, I can use my Kundali, but if that's okay with you guys.
Yeah, it should be okay with you, not okay with us.
Okay, so I have a Tula Lagan, which
Just-
third bhava.
Yeah, just a minute. Okay, so I will just construct the horoscope itself so that everybody can be benefited. Just think. Okay, go ahead. Just a
There is a Tula Lagan.
Okay, Lagnam Tulam.
First bhava is have a Venus and Mars, and second bhava has Sun and Mercury.
Second bhava has Sun and
And
Mercury.
third,
So please share the screen. Share the screen. We can't see.
Okay, just a minute. Okay, Tula Lagna. For the people in the northern part of India, you can construct Tula Lagna. I will just draw this for
So
you
first-
for your convenience. Okay.
so first bhava, sir, has a Mars and Venus.
Sun and Mercury in the
Second-
second bhava. People in the
third
northern part of
bhava-
India, you can write down. Second bhava has a Sun and Mercury.
Third bhava has Jupiter, Rahu, and Moon.
Mhm.
Eighth bhava has Saturn retrograde.
Mhm.
And ninth bhava has Ketu. So if you, this 10th, there is empty, means if I look at from Mars is a moon, but moon is sitting on third
Yeah,
bhava.
but what is the rule that you're trying to apply here?
I'm trying to apply the third bhava is sitting from third bhava is a Jupiter, because if I look at that way, and
Who's the
from
third
10th,
bhava lord? Who's the third bhava lord?
Jupiter.
Right? Where is the third bhava adhipati? In Dhanusha. Right?
Right.
Now, from Dhanusha, which is the 10th bhava? All of you tell me.
So 12th house, which will be
Which will be what?
Virgo, means Kanya is empty.
Where is Mercury?
Second
Mercury
bhava.
is in the... No, don't do that. Mercury is in the 12th from the third bhava. Like that you should go. This becomes the Lagna. Now, you get it?
Okay, sir. So you make this one as a Lagna then. Okay.
So now where will your money? Okay, right? So he is in the 12th bhava, right? Who is he along with? See, one Shubha Graha is also enough. Sun is there. Where is he? He is in the 12th. So owing to foreign travel, foreign journey, outstation, travel. 12th bhava means immediately don't get into the negative side. You will get goodness, right? This way you predict. Shani Drishti is there. Okay, there are minuses associated, but nonetheless. Like this, you take a graha and look at the jivana associated, you will get the answer, right? Like for example, Mercury. Do you want to get into something to do with accounting? Look at the third from Mercury. Sorry, 10th from Mercury, you will get the answer. Do you get the logic here?
I started the commission business just a few months ago. I don't know why, but I did that.
Why? You tell me why now.
I have no idea, sir. I just started.
Yeah, it's here, right here. 10th from Mercury. What is the 10th from Mercury?
Sir, Sun.
Where is Sun? He's along with Mercury. Is it good or not?
Good.
Yes.
That's all. Did you get the answer?
Yeah.
It should be good, sir, because Sun is there. Good planet.
Yes, you should pursue that.
Thank you, sir, because I started real estate business here. Commission.
Yeah. Right. Do you get that?
Yes, sir. I understood now. Because I was thinking there is no planet in a 10th house, then how I'm going to predict. I was taking a Lagan. Now you clarify that it should be 12th house from the third. I understood now, sir. Thank you.
Logic is important.
Sir, here Kanya, in this horoscope, Kanya has gone to second Rashi That means Vrishabha Rashi. So we'll only take into account the association and aspect, or we'll also,
Hey, where is
take
Kanya?
into
Yeah, you can take
No, no.
second Rashi also. Good. Good. Very good.
because okay, just to suppose there is no sun, nothing. Only
Yeah,
it
where is he
in
gone into the
exalted-
second? No, I'm sorry. Where is he gone into the second Rashi? It's 12th here. Since I'm drawing the South Indian chart, I think you're getting
No,
confused.
I understand that one. I'm second Rashi. I'm telling you, Bhava. Okay, from Jupiter, it is from this one Jupiter. It is the 12th Bhava that I got.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
exaltation, debilitation, this all will take into account if
Yes.
there is no association. Okay.
Yeah. When it gains Bala means exalted. When he gains Bala means Guru Drishti, Subhagraha Drishti,
Okay.
Vargotama, Parivartana, everything you can take. But you take that as the Lagna. Whatever you're considering, you take that as the Lagna. Do you get it?
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
This is called Bhava and Graha. You have a Bhava, you have a Graha, you predict.
Okay.
You get it?
Yeah, Mool Trikona also will be taken into account. Suppose,
Yes.
Okay.
Mula Trikona, Labhasthana, second Bhava, you go on.
Okay. Fine. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Anybody else? Are you related to this question? Because remember, somebody should not complain tomorrow and tell, sir, class is deviating. Don't do that. Ask questions only pertaining to what we discussed.
Sir, if a
Go ahead.
planet is retrograde, should we count the houses in the anti-clockwise direction?
Yes, try it here. See, I'm not forcing anybody to do anything. You try it. If you get an answer, no, many a times you will get beautiful answers when you go into a retro motion. You go back, you go forward. See, idea is what here? You're driving, I'm driving. See, you people, big people, car people. I'm driving my TVS 50, I'm going. Suddenly there is a dead end in the road. Will I come back home? I won't come back home. There will be take diversion. So this reverse is take diversion. Do you get it?
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you.
Excuse
Any
me,
other-
sir, can you take one more horoscope, please?
Somebody has to give me, ma'am, if you just study that
I'll give you-
example which I gave you,
Yeah.
that will be better, ma'am. Otherwise, we will take time. Right? Because for each graha, ma'am, first you start with the graha. Let's say you want to be a teacher, ma'am. Okay. Let us say you want to be a teacher. 10th from moon, if it is gaining strength. Right? Like in this case, he told, I want to get into commission business, real estate business. See, real estate means mass. Commission. Out of real estate also, you can take Mercury. Good. 10th from Mercury. Do you get it, ma'am?
Sir, I have a moon in Kataka, sir.
Ma'am, just let me complete. She should understand.
Sorry,
I should not
sorry.
leave anybody before understanding. If you don't understand, I have to make sure that you understand. This is first step, ma'am. Rajalakshmi, ma'am. Ma'am, Rajalakshmi, ma'am. Understood, ma'am? This is first step. Right. Now, now we are talking about third bhava today, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. So third bhava indicates commission. Whatever I spoke about the third bhava, no, ma'am. If somebody is telling, I want to go, I want to become a musician, I want to be a singer, all of that, no, ma'am. You see where the third bhavadibadi is placed in the horoscope. Okay, ma'am. Do you got that? Do you get that rule first? Do you get that, ma'am?
Sir.
From
Yes,
the
sir.
third bhavadibadi, count 10. See if the 10th is getting into a bala. Bala means Guru is aspecting. Bala means that 10th bhava, from where the third bhavadibadi is positioned, he's getting into bala. He may be Ucha, he may be getting into a Vargotama, he may be getting into a Parivartana. See, is he in 5, 9? Is he in that Kendra? Is he in that bhava itself? Do you get the logic, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, is it clear? It is 100% clear to you, no, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next question. Go ahead.
Sir, we have to see Trikona from that particular
Yes,
planet or from
yes.
the Lagna.
Yeah, forget
So from
Lagna.
that particular planet.
Forget Lagna. We are talking about the Adhipati. Again, I'm repeating. Third bhava Adhipati. I want to get into commission business. Forget the Lagna.
Okay, so from
Third
Mercury
bhava
we have to
Adhipati.
see.
Third bhava Adhipati. Okay, commission business. From Mercury becomes the Lagna. Now, if I'm getting into commission business song, Third Bhavadipati, where is he? That becomes the Lagna. Okay, now you can ask.
Okay.
Ma'am, somebody
Kammi
mute.
आवाज.
Sir,
Ma'am, mute.
one more thing.
No.
What
Aya,
if
let me
that?
add, let me add one more point. Now you can ask me this question,
Okay.
sir, why should I look at from the third Bhavadipati or third Bhava? Third Bhava will also give you answer. But if you see from the third Bhavadipati, which means where it is positioned, from that you count 10, it will give you a straight to the point answer. Do you get the difference? Respected students, all of you also get the difference? All of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Aya, you had something else in mind. Go ahead.
Sir, what if you have told that third bhava should be, so if third bhava is getting strength, so if third bhava lord is in Neech Bhanga, so will it gain strength or will it not?
Picture has started. Direct first that title card has come. Then who wrote the picture, director, music director, one by one only will come. Don't worry, everything will come. Everything will come. Don't go advance.
sir.
I will teach, everything will come.
Okay. Thank you.
Aya, questions pertaining only to what we discussed till now. Don't go advanced. Everything will be taught. This is slow Shadapti Express, not quick bullet train.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Just to
Karan.
make the thing clear that I have understood properly, you said 10th from Mercury, which is Singha Rashi, and Sun is sitting with Mercury. That's the reason he'll do good in commission, right?
10 from Mercury. Yes, correct.
Okay, sir. Right.
That is first step. Second step is, 10 from Mercury. Second step is, which is his Lagna. Automatically, you can also see the third. Third from the third from Lagna, third Bhavadipati. From the third Bhavadipati, which is the 10th. That also you can see. That is in the 12th. But he is along with Sun. So still you can encourage him to do commission business. Aya, are you in India or are you in foreign land?
Sir, I am in United States, but I also have a government job. So I don't know why I have because of the sun, the same rule
now
that
you have the
are
answer.
applying.
Aya, government job in foreign country.
Yes, sir.
Aya, big man, Aya, you are big man. See,
No, sir, I'm very small person like you.
See here, 12th. No, I'm smaller than you. Don't make me big. 12th, foreign land, job. Do you get, all of you, did you get the rule now? How it is working beautifully? All of you? Ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
So 12th means what? Sir, go to a
Yes,
foreign
sir.
land. Everything will come. Aya, if you're sitting in India, nothing would have happened like this. Do you get it, Aya?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
sir.
Aya, Mercury
You're saying from Jupiter. Yes.
Mercury is from Jupiter. Mercury is giving you an answer, but Bhavadipati is giving you accurate answer, no, Aya? Do you get it?
Yes, sir.
So can you explain one more time little bit? Can you explain a little bit one more time?
Aya, you want to do commission business. All right, Aya.
That's
You
my
want to do
side
commission
business. Yes, sir.
What?
Sir, can
Side
you
business.
explain in North Indian chart once?
Same thing, Aya. You just write down, you will get it. Same thing. We'll eat up time. That's only.
Sir, how you predicted that commission and the government? You said third from third is a 12th is a Sun and Mercury, which is from Jupiter to 10th will be the Kanya Rashi. Kanya Rashi is sitting next to the Sun, which is basically giving you a government job outside of the country, which is I born in India, so I'm outside of country. That's why.
Hey, you're
Am I right?
Yes, sir. Correct.
And also the set, because I was looking at Saturn's to 10th is a 5th house. That's why I was thinking I'm getting a government job. Now you change my
government job is
perspective.
government job. Again, you can also consider, see, now we're talking about commission, right? Third.
Right, commission.
Then now we need to also look at, 10th from Sun. That way. Government job means 5th, 9th. Immediately you take 5th. We'll go on and on. It'll take time. So fifth bhava.
No,
Adhipati,
understood,
where
sir.
is-
Now I understood. Understood, sir.
Right, right.
Thank you very much, sir.
All students, if you just put it in the North Indian chat, you will get. If it is a mandate, I will put it for all of you. All of you, have you understood?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I have a question, please.
Okay, go ahead.
Sir,
Go ahead,
if
ma'am.
there are no good associations, if there are only malefic associations with respect to this rule, then what does one suggest as far as livelihood goes?
Ma'am, you are born. We all, you see, Jivana is happening, no, ma'am, in some form or the other. Which means we are all born, we are eating some food every day. So obviously there is something in a person's horoscope, right? Because I've given you so many options, right? 1, 5, 9, 11, right? Even if a graha is Nietzsche also, 1, 5, 9, 11, second bhava, something will be there, ma'am. A Guru Drishti will fall somewhere, no, ma'am? That is why you have a Guru Drishti on 5, 7, 9. Do you get it, ma'am?
Yes,
Ma'am?
sir. So, yeah, I think I should just see some charts and, then try and figure
And
this
ma'am,
out.
we are just starting.
Because
So as you go on, I will be discussing. So don't get into a hurry now. Don't get into a hurry.
Very
we
well,
are-
sir. Thank you.
See, what is happening
So we
now
are
is
not
I'm giving
using
you.
Bhav chart, na? We are using Lagna chart only.
Yeah, let us say somebody has a Mithuna Lagna. Okay. And let us say this Mithuna Lagna is in 20 degrees. Okay. Or it could be a Bhava, Mithuna, Bhava, whatever, third Bhava, fourth Bhava, whatever. It is in 20 degrees. And in the Bhava Chalit chart, right, the Lagna Bhava becomes Kataka and not Mithuna. All that we are going to apply is only for the Rashi chart. It will come bang on. Don't go to the Bhava chart. The Bhava chart, again and again, I'm repeating, will only be used when it comes to the Dashabhukti predictions. Everything else will be bang on as per the Rashi chart. Which means, let us say, this person who has a Mithuna has a Kataka Lagna in Bhava Chalit chart. Till that 20 degree in that next Rashi, this Tattva of this airy sign called as Mithuna will work. It will only work. Do you get that, Ayya?
Okay, sir.
Ayya?
Okay, sir. I got.
Stick with the Rashi.
Yeah, I have one question. Yeah.
Yes, Ayya, go ahead, Ayya.
This is Mithuna Lagna.
Okay, yeah.
And Rahu is in the third bhava.
Okay.
Third bhava means Simha Rashi.
Okay.
And sun is in the ascendant itself, in the Lagna itself.
Okay.
So in this case, what might be the prediction for the Jivana?
Yeah, we will get into it. Why? Because we will be discussing Sun in Lagna, we have already covered. Rahu in the third bhava, you will get your answer. Don't worry. One by one, we will be covering.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Today, just the picture has started. Picture has started. As I tell in all beginning module, picture only has started. Don't jump immediately. Rahu in the third bhava, you will get all the answers. One by one, you will get.
Okay.
What I'm teaching you all is a higher concept. Make use of this higher concept. Grasp this higher concept, because in the beginning of every session, I will give you a higher concept. Grasp it and do your research. You will get your answers. I'm always there to sort out your questions. Right? Hey, all of you, we can take a small dinner break. We can disperse for 10-15 minutes.
Yeah, sir.
All of you, yes? Even
Yes.
if it is in
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
29.29 degree, ma'am. Even if it is like that. But at times you require a birth time rectification. At times. See, when the rule is there, it is not matching. There is also a way to rectify. Oh, is it really this Lagna? Don't go to the Bhava chart. Is it really this Lagna? Is the timing correct? That is where you should look at. Because everything, what I'm telling you, is practiced. I'm not this teacher who is just telling. No. Whatever I practice, only I teach. Don't worry about it. So try it. Right? That's about it. So we'll take a break for 10-15 minutes and resume the session. All right. Thank you. Okay, I am back. Hope I am audible. If all of you are back, you can tell me.
Yeah, I'm on.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just a minute.
एक मिनट
Am I audible now, all of you? I'm just using. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Loud and clear? Am I loud and clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So before we go ahead, I would suggest all of you to just do me a small favor. If you have joined somewhere in between, see, all of you are welcome, because I'm going to be repeating the same concept again and again, because repetition is the key of memory, is the mother of memory, right? So, but at the same time, the base of everything that we are discussing is the GRAHA, Bhava, Karakatwa, PX1. See, a lot of astrologers, they say, I know everything about GRAHA, Bhava, Karakatwa. That is like, what? Simple concept. How will I not know about GRAHA, Bhava? But when I ask you something, or when I see astrologers also, this is where they actually go about and create mistakes after mistakes. No. So all of you make sure that parallelly, as you are continuing, those who have left behind the Graha Bhava Karakatwas, PX1, please take it up. That is a favor that you're not doing for me, you're doing for yourself. Why? See, we were discussing this horoscope. Immediately when somebody is saying he is in a government job, immediately your mind should go towards not just Sun, it should go towards Guru and Shani. Government job, Guru. Government job, Shani. Government job, Sun. Sir, what is the difference between all three of them? Sun, basically, I'm not talking about his horoscope. The reason he was anxious, he was telling, how did you take from Guru? Guru, Shani. Usually when we use from the regular usage standpoint of view, Guru, Shani indicates central government job. Sun indicates what? State government job. Why Sun indicates state government job? It is near the Lagna. If you're having a state government job, where will you be posted? You will be posted within the state. Am I correct? If you have a central government job, where will you be posted? Any of you? Will you be posted within your homeland, within your state?
Away from.
That's all. Simple logic. Simple logic. All I'm teaching you is simple logic. I don't want to be this PhD teacher. I'm an LKG kindergarten teacher. That's all. But all the treasures are hidden here only. Right? So let's move on. Please start taking notes. Right? So, see, why did I tell about interest-related business? Third bhava. Second indicates income. The second indicates what? Indicates the third bhava. So, interest-related business also comes from the third bhava. My only request to you is, if you want to achieve in astrology, if you want to be a star astrologer, just follow blindly. Take notes. Just because I'm saying blindly, each and every word that I utter, you ask me a logic behind it. Don't chase your horoscope immediately, because even when you share your horoscope completely, I won't be able to give that time to you. But share based on the topics that we have raised, that would actually go about and give you lot more highlights, and you can do things on yourself. Right? So here, again, we also need to understand, why did I tell that the third bhava indicates transfer, movement? Why did I tell that? Can anybody tell me that? Can anybody guess? Try. Can anybody try?
Short journey, sir, because it's a short journeys.
Right. See, go ahead, ma'am. Go ahead.
Okay. Because it's a Vriddhi Sthana from Lagna.
Okay, good. All of you, good. Yeah, Lagna is you. You're born. Then you open your mouth, you open your eyes. That is the second bhava. After that, what do you do? After that, what do? You start crawling. Am I correct? So when you start crawling, will you be in the same place or will you move to another place?
Keep moving.
That's all. Simple logic works like magic. So this act of that effort, right? So the third bhava indicates transfer. From this place to that place, you're moving, crawling. That is the transfer, right? So whatever concept I'm explaining, how is it? How are you enjoying it? Can anybody tell me? Is it different? Is it unique? Is it a beautiful way to look at astrology? All of you, can I have some encouragement?
Yes, sir.
I'm loving
Yes,
it, sir.
sir. Absolutely, sir.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So if somebody asks, why is it called the Vriddhisthana? This is the Vriddhisthana. That's all. You're born, you're seeing your all of that is fine. The third is the crawling stage. So that is important. Right. Next, number 38. The third bhava is, all of you mute, all of you go on mute. All of you mute, all of you go on mute. All of you mute all. I'm muting all. I'm allowing you to unmute yourself, but don't use it liberally. I will tell you to unmute, then you mute. Okay. The third bhava indicates clock, watch. Number 39. Diary, calendar, third bhava. Diary, calendar, third bhava. So as I told you, see, some people will have, Mithuna. The Lagna will be starting at 20 degree, or a particular bhava will be starting at 20 degree. And if you look into the bhava chalit chart, or what is the right word to use, the rectified bhava chart, there it will be showing as, Kadaka as the Lagna. No, you don't take it that way. From that 20 degree till that reaches the next 20 degree. Now, I'm not telling you to use this because you will complicate this. Just to understand the logic. Till that next 20 degree in Kadaka Rashi, this Lagna or this Bhava will function as Mithuna. It will have all the Tattva. It will have all the Karakatwa of Mithuna. This 100%. So stick with your Rashi chart for prediction. I will tell you when to use the Bhava chart, when to use the Bhava Chalit chart. In fact, I will try my best to avoid the Bhava Chalit chart because the best way to use the Bhava Chalit chart is the Placidus system, which is in Krishnamurti Paddhati. So that is when I will actually go about and introduce the Bhava chart. And once all of you have put your board, yes, sir, I'm practicing planetary combinations, I'm able to do everything. Then I will reintroduce you how to look at planetary combinations in a different way. Till that time, don't touch anything that is not required at all. That's none. It's of absolute no impact, right? Next. So here, let's say we have your younger sibling. Your younger sibling is indicated by Mars. The bhava which indicates your younger sibling is the third bhava. So now write down the rule. One of you, if in case my voice is not audible, you please let me know because I'm on wireless, so I don't know when the connection gets cut off. Now, the third from where Mars is positioned. Position means placed. You write that down. Otherwise, it will confuse you. The third from where Mars is placed. If there is a Shubha Graha, or if there is an aspect of a Shubha Graha, right? Or if that third from Mars gets into a Bala, then tell that there is a younger sibling. This is an astrological rule. Simple rule to know if there is a younger sibling. First, we spoke about check Mithuna, check Kumbha, check Shani, check Mercury. Here, this is another rule, right? Now, don't come into this conclusion, sir, it is not working out for me. Rule is a rule. 90% it will work, right? So, some people have said that, with me, there are 5 siblings. So immediately you should come into a conclusion. That means the 5th from Mars, because this is also another rule as per classics. When the 5th from Mars is getting into a Bala, then there can be 5 siblings. This is a rule. As of today, you may say having 1 sibling itself is a big thing. Where are we going to have 5 siblings? But as I again and again tell, time, history, events repeat themselves. 1970, somebody was wearing bell bottoms. Then somebody else during the 2000s, they started wearing bell bottom. Today, people may say that, they don't want children. They are okay with adoption. Tomorrow, there will be a time when they will say that at least we need 3-4 children. So things repeat themselves, right? That is the way it is. So rules should be taken as it is. So if the third from Mars, there's a Subha Graha, or if the third from Mars is getting into a Bala, attain strength, then there is a younger sibling. Predict. Number 2, I will give you some example horoscopes also for certain rules which seem difficult to understand. It's not difficult, it's very, very easy. Once I put the horoscope, you will get it. When the third from Mars, this is 2 in the same category. When the third from Mars is associated with Mars, then again predict that there is a younger sibling. You write, I will share the example horoscope. These are all, it is not some big thing that I'm sharing. These are all simple first standard lessons. LKG, UKG first standard lessons, right? This is as simple as that, right? But please write it down, because whatever you're writing it down, nobody will teach you this. Nobody will teach you like this. Whether you are using it tomorrow or not, because see, I've told everybody can become astrologers, but there is some prapta, right? God has to decide on certain things. But whatever you write, whether you practice or not, somebody else in the family, maybe not somebody else in the family also, maybe you put it somewhere, throw it somewhere, somebody else would pick it and become a great person. So make sure that you take it, write it. That is mostly important. Right? Now, what I will do is, see here, let us apply the rule 1, right? Or let us apply the rule 2, because the rule 2 is more important or difficult to understand for us. Let me just share, connect the iPad, share screen. Okay, please draw an example horoscope. Please draw an example horoscope. Write down Simha Lagna. Actually, we don't need a Lagna, but just for this convenience of people in the northern part of India. Why? Because I'm talking about the Graha and the Bhavadibadi from the Graha. But just for your convenience, I'm putting the Lagna. Right? Simha Lagna, right? You put Mars in Tula Rashi. Right? And what you can do is, you can put Guru in Mithuna Rashi. You can put Guru in Mithuna Rashi. Now I'm reading this rule again for you. Now it will become very, very easy. Right? When the third from Mars is associated with Mars, then you can tell that there is a younger sibling. So which is the third from Mars here? The third from Mars is Dhanusha. Dhanusha Rashi Lord is Guru. I didn't put Guru here, I'm putting Guru here. Okay. Dhanusha Rashi Lord is Guru. Is Guru aspecting Mars? All of you, is Guru aspecting Mars?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All of you?
Fifth aspect.
Yes.
Whatever aspect, he is I take the rule properly. He's associated with Mars. That's it. So automatically the third Bhava Lord from Mars is associated with Mars. So you can say that there is a younger sibling. See, whether the parents decide or not, when they ask you this question, is there a younger sibling? Is there a chance for the younger sibling? You use this rule and you predict. Next rule, you can write 3 in the same category. When the third from Mars is a house ruled by Mars, then there is a younger sibling, which means all people, those who have Mars in Kanya Rashi, all people, those who have Mars in Kumbha Rashi, yes, you can immediately, this is like immediately it should strike. Mars in Kanya, Mars in Kumbha. Yes, there is a younger sibling. Immediate answer you should be able to give without thinking. Why third from Kanya Mars? Because third from Kanya is Vrishchaka. Why Mars in Kumbha? Because third from Kumbha is Mesha. That's all. So I'm telling everything in an order, right? So you can automatically write this down in an order. See, when I'm referring to, a graha gaining strength, so does parivartana also include strength? Yes, it definitely includes strength. Next, when the third from Mars, write down the next rule. When the third from Mars, right, the Bhavadipati, who's the third from Mars, is getting into a bala, and from where Mars is positioned, either the 8th Bhava Lord or the 10th Bhava Lord, write it down. I will explain to you with an example. Either the 8th Bhava Lord or the 10th Bhava Lord is afflicted, then the person will have a younger sibling who will be born and will die. Will be born and will die. Right? I'm again repeating. When the third from Mars is getting into a bala, obviously there is a younger sibling, comma, which means this has to be there, and from Mars, wherever he is placed, the 8th and the 9th Bhavadipati, or not and, or either of them it happens, right, is afflicted, then this person will have a younger sibling, will be born, and this younger sibling will die. Now, draw an example horoscope.
Sir, is 9th Lord, na? 8th and 9th, yeah, 8th and 10th.
8th and 10th, not 9th.
No, you said 9th second time.
No. Correction. Right? All right. Now, please construct a horoscope. Right? Birth details is not required. Let's go with the Lagna. Right? Lagna is a Kadaka Lagna. Rahu in the Lagna. Right? Or you can take down the birth details also. 19th of May, 1962, 11:45 a.m., Paurnami Tithi. Place is going to be Tiruvannamalai. It is just for information so that you can feed it and check. Right? So Rahu in Kadagalagna. In the 5th Bhava, you have Moon or Chandra. Right? Next. Saturn Ketu in the 7th Bhava. Saturn Ketu, the 7th Bhava. Guru in the Ashtama Bhava. Guru, Ashtama. Mars in the 9th bhava in Meena Rashi. Now, in Rishabha, that is in the 11th bhava, you have Sun, Mandi, Mercury. Right? You have Sun, Mandi, Mercury. And Shukracharya is in Mithuna. Shukracharya is in Mithuna. So this is how. Now, let's apply the rule. When the third from Mars is getting into a Bala. So where is Mars positioned? Mars is here. Right? Which is the third from Mars? We have Rishabha, which is here. So is he getting into a Bala? All of you, can you tell me, is he getting into a Bala? Isn't there a Parivartana? There is a Sun. Leave Mandi aside. Don't take one negative point. First you see, is it getting into a strength or not? The third from Mars is Rishabha. Rishabha ruled by Venus. It is getting into a Parivartana. Mercury, Venus is getting into a Parivartana. On top of that, we also have a Sun here. So yes, he is getting into a Bala. Right? Now, let's apply the second part of the rule. Now, the 10th from Mars, where is he? Which is the 10th from Mars, all of you?
There is
10th from Mars is Dhanusha, ruled by Guru. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? No, where is he from Mars? Where is he from Mars, ma'am? Where is he from Mars?
12th house. 12th house.
No,
12 from Mars.
Very good. Very good. Very good.
Yes.
So, what is happening? He is losing strength. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yes. Now.
Yes.
Now, Mars and Shani together, which house are they aspecting? Can anybody tell me? All of you tell me. Mars and Shani together, which house are they aspecting?
Fourth house.
Bhava.
Tula Rashi.
So, from Mars, which is Tula Rashi? Which Bhava is Tula Rashi?
8.
So is the 8th Bhava afflicted now? Mars is
Yes.
giving the Ashtama Drishti, right? And
Understand?
Saturn, what Drishti is he giving? Karma Drishti. Do you get it, all of you? So, Mars,
10.
the 10th from Mars is in the 12th. Write down, the 10th from Mars is in the 12th. And Mars and Saturn are aspecting Tula Rashi, the Ashtama Sthana from Mars. So this person, now he is 61 years old. But this person, while he was young, he had a 3-year-old brother who died. 3-year-old brother, 3 years old, this brother died. Right? Now you can also go, if you understand the rule here, see, always keep this in mind. Guru definitely saves. Guru definitely protects. Now you can ask this question, sir, you're telling me to look at aspect of Mars and Shani. Can't you open your eyes, sir, and look at the aspect of Guru? Guru is having a 9th drishti on the same Tula Rashi. So how can you tell this brother something happened to this brother? Please keep this in mind. Where is Guru? He is in the 12th from Mars. So he is aspecting from the 12th. Am I correct? All of you?
Yes.
He is aspecting
Yes.
from the 12th. Remember, Guru is a giver. He is a giver in this which is positive, this which is negative. He is not partisan to anything. Which means, what are the bhavas where Guru is aspecting from Mars? Which means, if you look at Mars, which are the bhavas that Guru is aspecting? Can all of you tell me?
4th Bhava and 12th Bhava.
4th bhava, good. Then?
12th.
Ma'am, 4th is correct. Okay. What is the next bhava, ma'am?
The 12th bhava.
Ma'am, from Mars, isn't he not aspecting the 6th? Ma'am?
The Jupiter is
So 4th,
Yes,
6th,
yes,
8th.
sir.
Hmm.
6, yes. 4, 6.
Very.
7, 8, 9. Tula.
So, how do you think the brother would have died? Now you tell me. 4th. Remember, we studied about the Graha Bhava Karakatwa. 4th. Either he would have had wheezing, cold, something associated with water, and he would have died. You can go to this level and try and predict. That's it. You will get the answer. First, you just need to get 1 point correct. See, 8 indicates Ayul, 10 indicates Karma, 12 indicates Moksha. So when Guru is in the 12th Bhava, it is what? It is in the Bhava of Moksha. So it will also, Moksha means what? You are not there, you are gone somewhere. So from the 12th, it will give relief. Relief to whom? The younger brother. Owing to what it will give relief? There will be cold, cough, something like that, something associated with waterborne ailment, owing to which this person will die. How is the rule? How is the rule? How is the rule? How is the rule? How are you able to understand? How is it? Is it superb, excellent? What?
Superb.
A few.
Yes. Perfect. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See, now itself. Now itself.
So why death by water is not clear, sir.
4th, ma'am. 4th Bhava of the Kala Purusha. Have you joined new, ma'am?
Okay, fine. Right, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Ma'am, mandate is Graha Bhava Karakatwa course. That is like, important. Very, very important. Right?
Okay.
So with that base only, you will be able to understand. Right?
Yeah.
4, 6, ailment. Right?
Yeah.
So automatically you 4, 6, 8. What do you get now? That's it. 4 is water, ailment. Then
Okay.
after that, what? Something
6
to do
is
with
illness.
Ayul Bangam or Ayul problem. That's it. Matter over. All right. So this is the reason.
Thing is, I have a horoscope. Not mine, a person's. He had 2 younger siblings.
Okay.
Both of them died. Can I share his horoscope for a study because it's relevant to this subject? That's the reason I'm saying.
You share it later on, because we have some material to cover. Then we would go with that. But the rule is simple. You just apply this, you will get the answer. You try and apply this.
Applied that, but somehow I was not able to understand.
Okay. You send me the horoscope separately, right? Because any which ways, we're going to finish the session, right? It's almost going to be 10:30. You send me. Tomorrow's session gets over, then you will get it. One by one. These are rules here. There can be so many other rules, but these are important rules. Very, very important rules, right? So now you can go one more step further. Where is Guru aspecting? Guru is aspecting here, right? Right? Guru is aspecting here. Where else is he aspecting? Sorry. Guru is aspecting where? Here,
Venus.
here, and here, right? So when sun comes here, when sun comes here, when sun comes here, right? Which means during the month of Masi. Why? Because here also, because Guru is in the 12th Bhava. During the month of Masi, which is Magha month, when sun is in Kumbha Rashi, you can use like this for good things also and bad things also. When you are predicting, you should also be able to predict by months. Then later on, when we get into the higher session, I will tell you to predict by days. Now, whether it happens or not, that is not in our hand. But we need to predict to the point. Try to predict to the point. Nobody can be perfect, but you should try. So when would death would have occurred for this brother? It would be when sun is in Kumbha Rashi during the month of Masi. For people in the northern part of India, Magha. During the month of Ani, when sun is in Mithuna Rashi, which is called as Jyeshta for people in the northern part of India. During the month of Shravana, when sun is in Simha Rashi, during the month of Avani for people in the southern part of India, or during the month of Ashwina, or during the month of Ashwin, or during the month of Aipasi, when sun is in Tula Rashi. That's it. Simple rule. Simple rule. Right? Now, give some gap, right? Give 2 pages gap. right? Because what I will be doing is, all of you again go on mute. Again go on mute. All of you go on mute. I'm muting all. Right. Now give 2 pages gap. Right. Next, write down. I will get back to Mars again. Give 2 pages gap. Right. When the third from Mercury is getting into a bala, then the person will have a younger sister. Right. Next, go back to the 2 pages that I gave you to give blank. Now we will continue with Mars. Tomorrow we will continue with Mercury. Right. Next, write down. When the third from Mars is getting into a bala, strength, then this person will be courageous. When the third from Mars is getting into a bala, strength, then this person will have vitality. When somebody is coming to you and telling, sir, I think this person won't be able to go about and consummate a relationship in order to have a progeny. One word answer, immediately look, you will get the answer. Right. Again, the third indicates commission. Mars indicates land, property, vahana. Mars is also the Mangala Karaka, which means when the third from Mars is getting into a bala, property related business, commission related business. Commission related to what? Property. Mars is also the Mangala Karaka. So telling them to start marriage matching agency, right? Brokerage for marriage, you can tell them to do. Next, draw a subheading. When the third from Mars is afflicted, please imbibe the information. I'm slowly telling you, I'm repeating the same thing again and again, telling you so that you don't miss out on any of this. When the third from Mars is afflicted, all should be able to predict, okay, this is my goal. Then this person will have problem with his younger sibling. How do I predict? I will say either you don't have a younger sibling. If you have a younger sibling, he will create problems for you. In Tamil, what I tell is, Ilaya Sahodaran illai, irundal tollai, which means your younger brother is not there. If he is there, he is a nuisance value for you. That's all we do. Next. He will have less courage, will be a coward, will have problems owing to police, will have problems related to records, documents associated with the property. You check anybody's horoscope, check the third from Mars. If the third from Mars is afflicted, even if they buy a land, or let's say they buy a land, right, they will have problems pertaining to the record of the property, documentation of the property. Again, if you see a horoscope where the third from Mars is getting into a bala, then immediately they will keep buying one property after another property. They will get commission from property after property. But if the third from Mars is afflicted, you know what will happen to these people? They will give advance for a property, but they won't be able to go about and finalize the property and even get the property, right? Get the property means what? Finish the documentation pertaining to the property. Now, next, write down Now, if the third from Mars has a Shubha Graha, which means a benefic Graha, and also a Ashubha Graha, it does not have to be there. So you always keep in mind there are aspects, there are placements, all of that is there, right? But for your understanding as of now, right now, understand the concept. When the third from Mars has a Shubha Graha and an Ashubha Graha, then he will be like Yengal Vittu Pillai M.G.R. Yengal Vittu Pillai M.G.R. What is this Yengal Vittu Pillai M.G.R.? Yengal Vittu Pillai is a movie in Tamil which was starred by a great man from Tamil Nadu who was a chief minister, and he is idolized as the god. In that movie, one character, there are so many movies like that. I'm sure it is in Hindi also. Many movies will be there like that. Double role. One person will be, you know what? One person will be a coward. The other person will be a arrogant person, will be a brave person. So both these gunas will be there in a person. Suddenly he will become a coward. Girl also, whoever it is. Suddenly he will become a coward. Suddenly he will become, you know what? An angry man. Suddenly he will become a brave man. This is what they call in Tamil as Sadhu Mirandal Kade Adiyum, which means Sadhu means an innocent person, okay? An innocent person, right? If you go on poking an innocent person, go on, you know what, doing something to an innocent person, suddenly one anger will burst out from those people. That anger is equal to burning an entire forest. So that is the character they will be, right? Which means they will be Parama Sadhu, extremely what, covered. Suddenly, if you provoke them too much, thinking that, you know what, this fellow is one sissy, what is he going to do? Suddenly, one anger will come. Ayyu Abba, where is this animal inside this person? That will be there. So with that, hope I have answered one of the students' question. Right? Tomorrow, we will get into the remaining portion of session 1, part 2. With this, we have come to the end of today's session. If at all you have any questions, you can start asking me questions if you want to. All of you can unmute yourself.
Sir, I have a question.
What is the question, sir? Good night, sir. Is that the question?
No. Sir, the question is, suppose Mars is in, say, Tula Rashi. So it's a third from Tula Rashi is Dhanu. And suppose the Lord of Dhanu is Jupiter. Jupiter is in fourth Rashi, Kark Rashi. So, and there is no aspect on the ninth and nothing. Or Guru is just exalted, but it is eighth from Dhanu. So how do you...
leave all that eight. Leave all. Guru is exalted. Is exaltation a quality or not? Yes, it is a quality. Do you get it?
Okay.
It is a good quality, right?
Okay. No, in I mean marriage matching, you told that it is a hidden house, so that is why I
that
just
is different.
asked
That is different. That is different.
Okay.
And you are telling Mars is Mars. One more. Mars is in Tula Rashi. Again and again, I'm repeating. You have to see from Mars, no?
Yeah.
So from Mars in Tula Rashi, where is Guru now?
Okay, it is in 10th.
That's all. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Now, if I wanted to act clever, I will tell, you know, Guru in 10th, he also is he gets into a Nish Bala. No, Nish Bala is different. Okay, Guru behaves like a Neecha Graha. That is different. This is different. Exalted here, in this case, here, it depends on the topic that I'm covering. Here, as of now, it is exalted. Good, tick mark.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Amiteshaya. Namaskaramaya, namaskaramaya,
namaskaramaya. Thank you, sir. Can I ask my question now?
There are two people, I think. Who is this?
Deepak.
Go ahead. First you start. One person, whoever started first.
Guruji, I have a question. When third from Mercury
Okay.
and 10th from Mercury, both sitting together with Mercury in 8th house, like Mesh, Aries Lagna or Aries. So how we can see this, like 10th and 3rd lord sitting together with the
Hey, what is the
like
question
Saturn.
here? See this, we will cover
So
that here, but what is the question based on the topic that we discussed
question
here,
is-
please?
Yeah, 10th lord and 3rd lord.
You know why?
10th
Because
and
you know
3rd.
what will happen is if you ask questions away from the topic, remember all of you are going to listen to this session, right? You have to revise. Some people would be revising, so you'll eat up the time. But okay, go ahead. Right. Again, Aya, go ahead, Aya. Go ahead. What is the question again?
Same, third lord from Mercury and 10th lord
Where is
from
Mercury, Aya?
sitting
Where is
together
Mercury?
with the
Where is
in
Mercury?
8th, Vrishava. Vrishik Rashi.
Okay.
Mesh Lagna.
Okay. Leave the Lagna.
Sitting
I am not
together.
even talking about Lagna.
Right. Yeah,
Leave
they're
the
together. So
Where is
Mercury and Saturn sitting together.
Where?
How will
Where is
in
it?
Vrishika?
Mercury and Saturn.
Yes.
We are talking
Sun,
about
Mercury,
third
Saturn.
from.
Yes. So third from Mercury is Saturn, right?
Yeah,
Lord,
so you need to
10th
look
Lord.
at where Saturn is. Oh, yeah.
Saturn is sitting with the Mercury.
I thought you
in
told
Vrishik.
Sun Mercury. Saturn Mercury or Sun Mercury, yeah?
All three of them together. As in,
So you have Sun,
10th
Mercury, and Saturn, right?
Yes, that's right. That was the question.
All right.
Because it's
Yeah,
the
what?
fifth house.
Okay.
10th aspect is fifth house. Fifth house lord is Sun. Sun is sitting with Mercury.
You start with Mars. Okay. What do you want to consider now? Do you want to consider Mars? Do you want to consider Mercury? What do you want to consider?
Mercury.
Because okay. Why? Because you want to consider something to do with commission?
Yes.
Okay. So what is the third from Mercury? Saturn.
Third
right?
from Saturn. Yes.
What did I tell you? 159 is also okay. Am I correct? Where is he? He's there only, no? Good. Now, you see if there is any one Shubhagraha, like Guru, Shukra, somebody who's associated, aspect is there, Drishti is there, give tick mark to that. Right?
Right.
Do you get the logic?
I get the logic.
Yeah. This is the logic pertaining to this here. Now, please don't use this Mars Saturn, what it does. All of that is different. Here, we are applying it to this logic. Do you get it? So, third from... Hello. Yeah. So, third from Mercury, how is it? Right? You need to see that. Then, again, if you want to actually go about and use it for the other things from a Jivana standpoint of view, consider the grahas and you will get the answer. You can do a work on yourself. Right.
Thank you. Thank you.
A personal horoscope, only when you work, you will get the answer. Amitesh Sinha here, you have your hands raised. Please go ahead.
Yes, thanks, sir. I have two questions. One is coming from planetary combination. It's a very small doubt. Other is from the current session. So are you okay with both the question or should I focus on
No, only
session?
current session, only current session. Again, I'm repeating to Deepakaya. Deepakaya, are you there?
Yes,
Deepakaya,
Guruji. I'm here only.
Simple, Aya.
Yes, Guruji.
How do you get, what do you mean by a bala? 1579. 159 you take. Labhasthana. Is he getting into Uchchasthiti? Is he getting into a Vargotama Sthiti? Is he aspecting its own house? All these are the ways you look at strength. Do you get it?
Yes.
Logic is clear. Now you work out. If you have any other personal questions, you ping me. Right? Amitesh, go ahead, Aya. Related to this topic.
Sir. Yes, thanks for that, sir. One of the karakas of third house you mentioned is clock or watch, a calendar. So I just wanted to, I didn't get the logic of this. If you could please explain that.
The mission inside the clock, do you know what they call it? The mission itself is
inside?
called movement.
And
Do you know that? The mission inside the clock itself is called movement.
No, I don't know that.
Yeah. A clock is, what is it? Is it still or is it moving?
I mean, time is moving. Everything is moving in creation, right?
And everything
So
has
nothing
a
is-
no, but everything has a nimitta here. Clock, where do you put your, I mean, where do you put your wristwatch? Where do you put it here?
Yes, that's the hand, correct.
No, we put it on the wrist here. We put it on the, no, we put it on the waist. We don't put it on the hand. Logic here, simple logic. Simple logic you should be able to get. Everything is related with the logic. Clock. These are nimit, okay. I will give you a simple example. 4-5 days back, right? The clock in the house stopped working suddenly. Suddenly stopped working, right? And at least about half an hour from there, before, after, actually, I got a call only in the morning from my brother. He fell off from the stairs and he fractured his hand. Then, I stay in a farm here. And there is a small photograph of, we have a temple in the farm, right? We maintain a temple. And we have not a vigraha, a photo of Murugan in a Raja Alangaram. It's a windy place now here. So somehow the Murugan photo fell down. I asked my brother, when you had the fall, because while I was just finishing my dinner and coming around some 8:39 or something, I saw this Murugan photo fallen down. The glass was not broken. So Murugan, Ma's brother, clock, third bhava, something happens to my brother, it is indicating. This is how you relate things. When you speak to nature, nature will indicate things to you. That is how you understand things. You just internalize everything. Everything will give you an answer. Parihara session, I've told everybody, when somebody is going for the operation, something to do with surgery, make sure that the clock, make sure that the laptop, the mobile phone in the house, you put charge for all of them. I think there is one sir, I don't remember. He told he did all of that for somebody's operation or something. And the operation went fine. Everything what you see as animate or inanimate is related to you, but you should be willing to relate to it. And you can use it to predict. You can use it for saguna or nimitta, which means to access omens, which means in the form of just going about and addressing. And you can also use it for parihara. Do you get it, Aya?
Yes, it makes sense. Thanks.
How is it? How is it, Aya? How is it, Aya? Aya, how is it?
Yes, I really like the way you gave the example where, because there is always some ambiguity about whether this object belongs to third house or fifth house or whichever house. But then, you are basically reaffirming it in practical life example, and that's the best lab to validate any truth, right?
The mission inside the watch itself is called movement. Right? Tick, 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 tick. It's moving from one place to another place. What did I tell you? Third. Why do we call third as transfer? It is moving from one number to other number. The child crawls. The reason you crawl only, that is why we consider it as transfer. This is the way it will get inside your head. You will remember, not in your head, in your heart. It should always be in your heart.
Yes, sir. No. Thank you.
How is it? How is it? How is it?
Sarla ma'am. Yeah, it was excellent.
Very nice. Excellent.
Sarla ma'am,
So
Sarla ma'am. Sarla ma'am. I don't know if she's there. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead, ma'am. Sarla ma'am had a consultation. So I used this number 5. 5 people in the family. She asked me, how did you tell 5, sir? All that. So, yeah.
So can I ask a question?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead, ma'am. Please, ma'am.
Yeah. So from Mars, the third, in my horoscope, Mars, the third place is Leo, sir. And Leo is empty, but the sun is seated in Aries in Ucha. So
same thing what I told
Mars,
that person. Same thing what I told that person. Sun is exalted. Take the exaltation.
Yeah. No, I'm talking with regards to siblings, younger siblings, sir. So, but this is not a sun is not considered malefic. Is it considered malefic, sir? Here?
No, no, no. When we say
So
here,
then-
ma'am, are we talking about the point of approach of the course? Are you a new joinee, ma'am?
Yeah.
Sun is
So
considered
what
as
has been
Sun is considered
done?
as a Subar, ma'am. He gives
Subar.
advancement.
So then there should be a younger sibling. Am I right, sir?
Where is Mars, ma'am? You told in Rishabha.
Mars is in Gemini. Mars is in Gemini. And the third will be Leo. And Sun is in Ucha and Mesha. But Mars is also aspected by Saturn from the ninth.
Leave that, ma'am. Just apply the rules as it is. Right?
Okay. So there should be a younger sibling as
yes.
per.
Yes.
But don't have a younger sibling. That is why I
That's
asked
okay,
whether
ma'am.
something
That's
else.
okay.
That's okay.
That's okay. 90% of the time it will work. These are the rules that you use in order to predict. Sir, I'm planning.
Okay.
We are planning. Is there a younger sibling?
Right. Right.
Sir, with the same combination, I have two siblings.
Nah, see, now what to do now?
Okay.
What to do? What to do?
Same combination.
I also have.
Ma'am, what should I do, ma'am? Ma'am, what should I do? Rule is rule. Ma'am, even if a rule does not work, rule is a rule is a rule. You should never backtrack the rule. If you backtrack the rule, then you're giving liberty to your client. No, rules will not fail. See, ma'am, again, I cannot talk just like that. Most of the times, ma'am, we don't know our family history, ma'am. Somewhere, we don't know, ma'am. Especially, you know what? In the mother side, nobody will know anything about the mother side. You ask anybody. Mother side, they would hardly be aware. So many things are there, man. Rule is a rule. You just take it as a golden word.
Okay, thank you.
Right. Okay. Any other question? Any other question? Okay.
Sir, can I say something?
Yes, Ayya, go ahead. Ayya, related to the topic, Ayya, because some people will suddenly...
related means it's not a question. It's not a question. Okay. So you means my father means not few days back, I think 2 months back, one female cat bite my father. So yeah, he was taking a turn, and he's Vrishava Lagna. So the third is Kark Rashi, and Kark Rashi, there are two female yoni cat.
How is it?
I mean, one male, one. Yeah, that just like magic, sir. When I was thinking, and it happened.
Ayya, you're with the marriage matching masterclass, right? Are you in the
yeah,
marriage?
I just mentioned, that's all. Yeah, no, mention that I have already completed, or two are remaining, two classes, two sessions remaining. So that I was thinking, and I got it just like magic.
Yeah.
That is what I wanted to say.
Wonderful. See, everything that I'm telling, even when I'm telling a story also, I will never share my story. I will never share about me also. Anything you ask about me, I won't. Why? Because it should be about you. It should be about the subject. Every story should be related to the subject. So if you just get hold of this, I cannot tell you what you can do. The magic that you people will be able to do. You don't have to tell anything about me. Nothing. I don't want anything from you. You just apply and you enjoy this. That enjoyment is what I want from all of you. Not that, your father had a fall or was bitten and I'm happy about that. But when you see how it is working, you will be amazed. You will get goosebumps. That is the way it is.
Yeah.
And most importantly, when you talk to your clients, they will listen to you. Even if you're speaking for 2 hours, 3 hours at a stretch also, they will listen to you. You don't have to open your mouth and ask money also. Nothing you have to ask. They will shower things after things on you. You'll be like, bodum. Leave me, it's enough. That will be the way you are. And I want you to enjoy this bliss. That's all. Right?
Sir, one question.
Yes, Ayya, go ahead, Ayya.
Sir, Mars in Capricorn. So third from Capricorn means Meena. And Jupiter in Aries with Sun. But here Jupiter is combust. So will it be considered good because it's combust? Third from.
Okay, Mars is in Makara. Okay.
Capricorn.
Third from Mars Guru in Aries, Mesha. It is combust. Yes, you can take it as a drawback. But what is happening to, okay, where is Mars? Yeah, slightly to an extent, there is a drawback. Yes. But still, you can also consider it as a positive also. Yeah. Why? Because remember, I will be teaching you this as we move on. See, any which ways, the drishti of Mars is on Guru. Am I correct? Do you get that, Aya?
Yes, sir. Yes, fourth drishti.
Yeah. So, but what type of drishti is there? It is the fourth drishti. So, is it good or is it bad according to you?
Sir, I think it's good.
Why is it good?
Sir,
because this Mars is getting into an
positive.
exalted position.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Okay. Okay, sir.
Right. So look
and it's looking at its own house. Right.
Yes, wonderful.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted.
Just considering the other points of it.
Yeah, that's what I wanted from you. Go ahead. Well, that is the point. Right.
Okay.
And when a guru is in the fourth bhava, how does it work? Final point.
It's an exaltation point.
That's all. So this is the way you need to take. Right.
Okay, sir.
Every answer you will get.
I am not having the younger sibling, but yeah, that there is a drawback also, but there is positive also for this. Yeah,
right.
I understand.
See, when somebody comes to you pertaining to a younger sibling, how you can go about with it. That is what I'm trying to tell you. Right?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Go ahead. Then you also have to see Tithi Shoonya is there, Badhaka is all that you need to. Tithi Shoonya, is it getting into a Tithi Shoonya? Of course, Badhaka we cannot take here when we are talking about Graha to Graha. You can actually take, but that will become too complicated now. I don't want to do that. At least consider something to do with Tithi Shoonya and all that. Right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Simple. You just take the logic, you apply the rule, you will get the answer. Any other doubt? Any other question?
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Good night.
Thank you. So we will meet tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow the session will resume at 7:30. Thank you all. And all of you who are joining new, you need to send me a mail ID. Good night. Namaskar.
Thanks. Good night, sir. Thank you.
Good night. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Pranam. Thank you. Thank you.